Coming to you live from the smoldering remains of Ben's house. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ben.
And we are continuing our kind of blast from the past, playing some of the old content in Arkham Horror, the card game. Using some new cards, but also sort of saying goodbye to some of the old stuff that could be gone when they roll out the new environments. And we're on Return to the Midnight Masks.
Oh, okay.
And if you're just joining us, we played Return to the Gathering on a past video. We're probably going to play a decent amount more. I'm not making any promises about whether we're playing all the content as a series here. To answer the comments that you probably put on the last video, it hasn't been published yet as of the time of recording. You're back.
I'm back.
You're our relative newbie.
Yep.
Our avatar for the initiated.
Not anymore.
Viewer, I guess?
I'm in. My house burned down. We're killing monsters now. We've bought in. We're hunting monsters.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about talking to weird people?
I love talking to weird people.
Then you're gonna like this scenario.
Hell yeah! All right, let's go.
So this is the Midnight Masks. We did get 7 experience. I was about to start talking about the scenario and pivoted mid-sentence there. We upgraded our decks.
We did.
You're playing. You want to remind us who you're playing, and then talk about the new cards you bought?
Yeah. So I am playing Roland Banks, the Fed. So I have a lot of combat-based things, a lot of triggers when I kill a monster, and I want to try and stack those as much as I can. Help give me clues for the most part. So to kind of lean into the monster hunting abilities, I decided to do that a little bit better. But I did not know any of the cards. You just sent me a link to Arkham DB, and it's like, here you go. You have 7 experience. Let me know if you have any problems.
You're a gamer. I trusted you with it. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a long list of cards that can be upgraded, and I didn't really know. I was originally trying to do like some of the events because the events seemed really impactful and really good.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of cards that got discarded, and I don't think I knew which events would actually give me the most benefit to increase. So I started like going through the list, and like I noticed some cards were restricted or only had 1 per deck. So I just started looking at those first.
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
like, I've played enough games to know that the limit 1 per deck cards are generally way better than, or like something you really want to have in your deck.
Sure.
So like, let's just see what we got. And the first card I came across was this Locked and Loaded.
Yeah, and that's a new one that came out just weeks ago.
Awesome. Yeah, it makes sense. It seems pretty good. So it's an asset. It is a condition, permanent, limit 1 per deck. Your firearm assets with uses, ammo, enter play with 1 additional ammo on them. And since I'm playing Roland, one of my signature cards is a gun, and this deck already had a couple of guns in it. So I'm like, this seems like a pretty reasonable include. It just immediately increases the value of all of my weapons, which lowers the cost of my deck, just in a nice inherent way, so things get cheaper.
Yeah.
And it lets me use things more. So I just felt like that was a really good first base.
Yeah, I agree. And that's a card that I'm, it's straightforward. It's nothing like the text doesn't read like, oh my god, this crazy effect. But I think it's like quietly a very good card that just came out. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in play.
Yeah, and after I picked it, I realized it starts the game in play. I didn't know that. I just read it and thought it was good.
Yep, it's a permanent card.
And then realized it's going to start in play. So really lucked out on that one.
Yep, for sure. And then you replaced your machete with a gun, which is a wise choice given you invested in Locked and Loaded.
I did. So, again, I didn't know any cards in the game. So I used Arkham DB to search for ammo as text ammo cards and just see what it spit out. And since all of my weapons are one-handed weapons, I wanted to stick with that theme, and this gun seemed absolutely cracked. So this is the Remington Model 1858, item weapon firearm, uses 3 ammo. As an action, spend an ammo to fight. I get +2 combat for this attack, and the attack deals +1 damage. As a reaction, when Remington Model 1858 enters or leaves play, immediately trigger the above ability, ignoring all costs. And it has really good icons. Not that I'm ever going to discard this, but if I need to, it's great.
It does, yeah.
So this, and again, I replaced it with a machete, which is a 3-cost thing that can do more damage if I'm engaged with it. But this, along with Locked and Loaded, is going to get 6 shots.
6 shots for 2 cost.
For
on the
2
card.
cost.
It's very. It's a lot of violence.
Yeah, and it's +2 attack and +1 damage regardless, which seems amazing.
Yep.
And it's also going to give me action economy because it will remove my having to take an action to make a fight. So I just can put that into play when I need to, and it's going to save me another action to fight, so I can either pump out a bunch of damage or maybe blast something away that was going to be a problem. And with with the end thing, I also can hang on to it because it's a one-handed gun. If I need a big monster and we just need to blast it a bunch of times, I'll be able to make a couple of quick shots.
Right.
Again, more action compression, which last time I was feeling. So I'm actually pretty excited about that.
And I think the one thing to look out for on that reaction is that if you're engaged with an enemy, you are probably doing something that is going to cause it to attack you. Like when you play this gun, even though it causes an attack or it causes you to fight the enemy, it's still going to provoke an opportunity attack because you're playing a card, which is something you can't safely do with an enemy on you. So the time that you might want to play that and utilize its free shot might actually be like when there's something on me at the location.
Okay, good
something like that. Yeah. But man, it's hard to believe that you've played The Gathering and that's it this decade for Arkham. that was
all I know.
Well summarized, and I'm pleased that you picked 2 brand new cards. That's fun.
Oh yeah, I realized that afterwards too.
That's another Drowned City card, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Meanwhile, I am playing George Barnaby, a fact that while you were talking, I just looked down and got stressed out about because he's a weird new investigator that has the whole, you're almost managing 2 hands of cards, one underneath him and one in your hand, and hand size is extremely limited, and I think he ended up last time feeling reasonably powerful, but I definitely made some misplays and didn't manage his hand size very right and got hit by his weakness at a rough time. So I'm a little stressed about playing more of him, but I'm sure it'll go fine. I removed. I had 2 copies of Crackshot, which is a new skill specifically for buffing fight attacks with guns. Actually, it would go well in your deck, but you can't take it. It's green. I took that out. It was a new card that I put in. He has a gun in his deck, and I kind of just wanted to play the new card. But I took those out, and I put in 2 copies of Bound for the Horizon, another Drowned City card, and this is the first ever specialist card that I've played. This can go into George's deck because he is a drifter. This says Drifter, Hunter, or Wayfarer deck only. It is a talent, not a permanent one though. So it's two to play it. It's limit 1 per investigator, and then as a fast ability, during your turn, discard 1 card from your hand and exhaust Bound for the Horizon to move to a connecting location. So it's a free move when I discard a card, which is something I want to do anyway, because then I get to tuck it under me and draw another card. I felt like last time that was one thing that I really needed in my deck was more ways to at will discard cards. Yeah. I had a couple in the deck, but Lawrence Carlisle, my ally last game, gave me a resource whenever I discarded a card during my turn, and I just didn't find myself triggering him as reliably as I wanted. So this will help. But also, I took him out of my deck. I took 1 copy out of my deck because I decided I wasn't very money hungry. Yeah. I didn't need quite as many resource generators, so I replaced 1 copy of Lawrence Carlisle with Granny Orn. She's been around for a little while. She's a tough old bird. That's her subtitle. A level 3 card. So she's an ally, and she gives me +1 willpower and +1 intellect, and has the ability, when an investigator at your location would fail a skill test, exhaust her. That investigator either gets +1 skill value or -1 skill value for that test.
Oh.
Yeah. The minus. Why would you give yourself -1 skill value? Yeah. It's a red thing. I'm not playing any other cards that utilize that. There are times when you want to fail by a certain amount using survivor cards. They are they have a fail forward kind of strategy sometimes. Okay. They reward themselves for failing.
Respect that. I like that. Okay, cool.
I'm not really running many of those cards, so I am almost definitely just using her for the +1 when relevant. And speaking of why that might be relevant, we bumped up the difficulty.
We did. Yeah. We kind of talked about it and decided that after the last one, we were really succeeding on skill tests quite a bit, it seemed.
Yeah, we were getting to that +4 point where you don't have to worry about anything but the auto fail pretty regularly, and so we decided why not make it +5 and make it a little harder to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've just we broke the rules and we upgraded our difficulty to hard mid campaign.
It's fine. I've played plenty of this game.
Oh yeah. I mean,
he's
gonna carry us.
Yeah,
sure. You kind of did. I mean, last time you were I don't know, I guess I defeated some enemies too.
You
but
defeated some enemies.
It's like
you got the clues. I was not doing that very much.
Well, actually, I remember really well though that we actually both got the same number of clues. I remember that we had to spend 6 clues twice, and I remember like one of the times I spent 4, you spent 2, and then the next time you spent 4 and I spent 2. Ooh. And I remember being like, "Wow, we got the same number of clues, but also you were the one who could fight the enemies."
Yeah. So that's fair.
I think you carried us a little bit, but that's fine. That's fine.
You know? We made it through together. That's what's important. We got it through together.
We did. It's a weird new character. I'll give myself some grace, but this time I'm going to be an unstoppable learning machine.
Awesome. Yeah, you've learned from the first time, and you know how to correct it. So you got it.
Speaking of which, let me multitask, and while I shuffle my deck, read. I don't know why I just put my phone on camera. You don't need to see that. Read the intro to the scenario. In the wake of the disaster at your home, Lita Chantler, the red-haired woman from your parlor, lays out a tale that, even in light of what you have just witnessed, strains the limits of your disbelief. The creatures in your home, she claims, are called ghouls, cruel beings who plague the crypts, caverns, and tunnels beneath the city of Arkham. These creatures feed on the corpses of humans, and they are served by a dark cult within Arkham, whose members have inexplicably come to worship the ancient master of the ghouls. This cult has been killing innocent people and feeding them to the ghouls, satiating a monstrous hunger. A dark balance was maintained, until now. Recently, Lita continues, one of their lairs, where the corpses were stored, was destroyed. Since then, the ghouls have been more active than usual. I have tracked their movements and tried my best to stop them from running amok throughout the city, but I think there's something worse going on. The cult has been planning something darker and more ominous than anything I have yet observed. Indications are that this plan shall come to fruition tonight, shortly after midnight. Beyond that, I cannot fathom what to expect. Many of the cultists, Lita continues, will seem like everyday people, despite their foul intentions. When the cult meets, its members don masks shaped like the skulls of various animals to protect their identities from one another. These masks are our mark, symbols of death and decay. We must unmask the cultists to expose and derail their plans. We have but a few hours. The more cultists we find before midnight, the better. I've done most of the setup, but I actually juked you a little bit here. So we, before we start the game, we checked the campaign log, and because your house was burned to the ground,
it was.
Your house, which is the name of this location, will actually not be in the game.
Oh, what?
It's gone. Oh. It burned down, and we will start in Rivertown instead.
Oh, well. That's less for me to figure out. There's a lot more going on here than there was in the last game.
It's true, and it all starts on the board. It's not a slowly growing tableau of locations.
Oh, okay.
We also check for if your house is still standing. Obviously, that's mutually exclusive, and if the ghoul priest is still alive. But we murdered that thing last time. So,
we did.
We are ready to start playing the scenario. This is where I remind you to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. And want to read us the agenda?
Yeah, let's do it. Predator or prey? Lita seems convinced of a conspiracy within the city of Arkham. She believes that a secret cult serves the ghouls that live in the crypts beneath the city, and that several of the cult's prominent members are scattered throughout Arkham. As you begin searching for them, you can't shake the feeling that you too are being hunted. Action: resign. You don't want to risk taking too long, so you head to safety with the information you've gathered. So we just dip out, and there's nothing. Oh, there's something underneath this.
Yeah, there is a second agenda.
Okay,
okay. But yeah, at any time we can just leave? Press the button to leave. Yep.
Okay, but it has 6 clue tokens.
Or that's the doom that advances.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. 6 doom that advances the agenda. But we can still resign.
Yeah. Speaking of clues, I'll read the act. I've always loved, by the way, how that is written. It doesn't like the narration of the campaign does not really kind of present what she is saying as fact.
Yeah.
It said, Lita is convinced that this is true. Lita believes this.
Yes.
But as we go around looking for these cultists, it's possible that she is deranged and we are browbeating innocent people. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So, anyway, that's in the eye of the beholder, I guess.
Let's see how our sanity's doing.
The act is uncovering the conspiracy. You have 1 night to find the members of this cult and unveil their plan. The more members of your cult you can find and interrogate before midnight, the better. So there's an action on here that says the investigators spend 2 clues per investigator as a group, so 4 clues for us, to draw the top card of the cultist deck. There was a cultist deck on the table. Did it? I wonder if it got shuffled in. Well, I may hit the pause button in a second to resolve that, but I'll finish reading this card first. So we will draw the top card of the cultist deck. The objective is to find as many unique cultist enemies as you can and add them to the victory display. If there are 6 unique cultist enemies in the victory display, advance this act. And there's just the one act.
one.
Yeah. So there are 6 cultists that we can try to interrogate to get to the victory display. But the objective is presented as get as many as possible, and then we have this resign option.
Yeah.
To get out either when things get too rough or when time's about up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna pause this and figure out the cultist situation.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, we fixed it.
Solved.
They were shuffled into the encounter deck. Crisis averted.
Totally my fault.
Glad we spotted that now and not when we drew one during the Mythos phase.
That's
or something.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I think we're just drawing our opening hands, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I shuffle.
You can do a pick and choose mulligan recall, and then I am also choosing as many cards as I would like to put beneath my character. I'm gonna mulligan a couple things. And then, these cards are good. I don't want to put very many beneath.
I'm also kind of in that same space. I think I need to put this back.
I want to put 2 cards in my secret second hand. Remember also that you, if you draw any weaknesses in this process, you just set them aside and keep drawing.
This seems like a really good thing to hold on to. We'll shuffle that in. This isn't something I think I need right now, so I'm going to keep these 2.
All right.
What's the text on that? What's this do? If that. Yeah, okay, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, that was...
a draw first, right?
Before you shuffle them in. And then while you shuffle, why don't I tell us about Rivertown?
Please do. If I get this, it goes...
The weakness, set it aside, keep drawing, and then shuffle it back in. Yeah.
Okay.
The banks of the Miskatonic River are lined with docks, warehouses, and small shops in a district aptly named Rivertown. So there's something unsettling about the water of the Miskatonic River tonight. It ripples and bubbles as though something is moving beneath the surface. It's just 1 shroud and 2 clues here, so they're easy to get, but it's not enough for us to proceed with the action.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and if you didn't see the last video, I am using a William Yorick poker chip because I like these a lot, but they didn't make them for the Drowned City investigators. Okay, do you mind if I start?
No.
Okay, I'm going to...
I do have a way... Can I tell you things before you start?
Yeah,
I do have a way to get you an ally really cheaply.
Ooh,
so
if you... an ally in hand.
Oh.
I will... Maybe that makes me more likely to just want to draw some cards.
Okay, sorry,
No, that's good to know.
Because it seems like a big discount.
Or you have an expensive ally in your deck that you could hold on to that for, too. But... don't forget, by the way, you start with 5 resources.
An investigator at your location. That includes me.
That includes you.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
That's
pretty sweet.
I built that deck that you started with. I didn't. I didn't put in just cards that only benefit me into your deck.
Hey, there's other cards that do things when both of us are in the same spot. So I'm just always thinking about you. I want me to
appreciate that.
Make sure you're covered.
And to that end, I have a catalog that you can use some coupons from too, if they're helpful. Yeah. You might want to use these black tokens for resources though. That's the intent.
Sure.
Those are for ammo and stuff on one side and clues on the other.
Well, these make you feel cool. So
they're cool. So tokens. Okay, I am going to spend 2 resources for my first action on Schaffner's Catalog. This is that tome that uses 5 secrets, because that's what tomes tend to use, but really they're coupons. We can spend them as resources towards playing items. And then, I'm probably spending... How expensive a hand do you have? Do you have a strong need for most of these? Because I think I might spend most of them.
I have an expensive hand, but I also have a way to reduce a number of it. So
okay.
You don't, yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna spend all 3 of my actions playing cards. I'm gonna play Bound for the Horizon. That's my new card that we just talked about. I can discard a card from my hand and exhaust this to get a free move. But I'm probably not doing that this turn because I'm playing literally my whole hand. I will, as my third action, play a fingerprint kit. This is an item, so I can spend 4 coupons from my catalog on it. Turns out at Schaffner's shop, you can use 25% off coupons and just get something for free. It's they hadn't really optimized those then.
George is really a couponer, huh?
He is.
He's figured it out.
Oh yeah. He's a real shoot. There was a word for. There was like a show about these people. I'm trying to remember what the term was that show coined for like the mega. It's like not super savers. That's,
a clipper, something clipper, right?
Yeah, there was literally a TV show about people who use coupons to go to the grocery store and end up with the store paying them.
Yeah, with a whole cart full of groceries.
Yep. Oh, I can't remember it now. It was weirdly entertaining. Anyway, so I'm gonna put 3 supplies rather on my fingerprint kit, and that's my turn. I played 3 assets, no cards in hand.
All right. Well, I am very motivated by this information you've given me, and I have stumbled upon my friend Greet Wagner. So
Beautiful.
she is going to cost 2 credits or 2 resources instead of 3 for the motivational speech I gave her instead of 5. And this gives me +1 might for combat, and as a reaction, after I defeat an enemy, I can exhaust her and deal 1 damage to her to discover 1 clue at that location.
Beautiful.
So basically mimics my ID ability. So.
Yep.
This was actually a card I was thinking about upgrading.
I'm just laughing at all your Netrunner lingo.
I know, I can't help it.
Yeah, you're good.
It makes sense to me. Just wait till I spend a click to move.
Oh, yeah. Steven has been playing Arkham for 9 years and he still does that, so...
They're direct. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, fair enough.
This was actually another card I was thinking about upgrading.
There is a higher level version of her, huh?
Yeah, and this is what I meant when I didn't know what I was looking at. Like, I looked at her, I started looking at random cards, and they just seemed like not worth it, So that's how I ended up on this locked and loaded strategy.
I think permanent cards are like always a good up, because any other card that you spend experience on might just get shuffled down to the bottom of your deck and provide you no value. Permanent cards can't.
Yeah,
like it's always a good buy.
Yeah. Okay, so that was my first action was to play that. I think I want to get this in play now, so I'm going to use another action to play my ancestral token.
Oh yeah, nice.
Would you be able to discount this?
Yeah, gladly.
One for me.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. Okay. One resource off, and then that is the last one. So my catalog is out of play.
Okay, so that just gives me ancestral. Another thing that helps out. So after I defeat an enemy, exhaust ancestral token, add a blessed token to the chaos bag equal to that enemy's printed health, max 5. So this will help out with us increasing the difficulty of the game.
Right, and that's part of why I wanted to increase the difficulty, was because you were blessing the bag so much, but we were like not having trouble, so it didn't feel as useful. Like, I didn't feel as blessed as I wanted to. So
I really wanted to feel the power of the blessing.
Exactly. So in Arkham, in order to feel blessed, you have to make everything around you worse.
Sounds right. That's actually lore accurate. I'm not mad.
Okay. You have 1 action left, I think.
I do. I'm not really great at finding clues here, so I think I'm just going to kind of start to explore a bit, unless you have any... I could find a monster, though, as the last action, though. That's the problem, right?
Yeah, I don't think you... In this game, you don't usually have to worry about, like, moving into a new location and a monster appearing because you revealed the location.
Okay.
There's definitely the chance that, like, I'm not ready to fight anything, so that if you move away, I might end up begging you to move back if I draw an enemy. But
Fair. Well...
it is just 1 Shroud here, so you very well could just investigate. You also...
It's just books, right?
It's your intellect. You also could draw a card or just take a resource as an action.
You know what? I take it back because I do want to use a card in my hand. So I will make an action to investigate.
Okay.
The Shroud is 1. I have 3 books, so I'm at +2. I'm going to use my Eureka as a skill card.
I like it.
So now I have a 4 book total. And I really hope I pass, because that's going to be a big help.
Yeah, that's a clutch effect.
Yeah. -2.
You're good.
So I pass. So if the skill test is successful, the investigator performing this test searches the top 3 cards of his or her deck for a card, draws it, and shuffles his or her deck. And this was another reason that I liked. I didn't mind having my 1 of that special weapon.
Right.
Because...
it can help you find it.
Yeah. Although none of these cards are not excellent. If I'm
It's also, as I'm looking over your shoulder, another nice thing about Eureka is that you don't have, you can get around your weaknesses with it.
Yeah. So I drew my back injury, so that was what we're talking about here. So I actually did duck that, but the second copy of Greet Wagner isn't going to particularly help. So I'm just going to take this. Oh, you don't know what that is technically, but take the card for later.
Okay, nice. So that's the round then. While you shuffle your deck, we fly through the enemy phase because there are no enemies, and we go to upkeep. So I'm going to draw a card, gain a resource. I have to check my hand size limit against 2, since that's how many cards I have under George, but that is fine. I only have 1 in hand. And we're at the start of a round, so as always, you are the lead investigator. You draw from the encounter deck first.
Alrighty. Obscuring Fog. Revelation attached to your location.
This reminds me, as part of that investigation, you also gained a clue.
Of course, I got excited about all the other cool stuff.
Right.
That I forgot my reward. Which is good because now the attached location gets +2 Shroud.
Yeah.
And forced after attached location is successfully investigated, discard Obscuring Fog. So it looks like some fog has rolled into Rivertown, and it's even... Well, I guess it's easy to search. So I'm glad that it happened here.
This is a good spot for it. And there's even an argument that we maybe don't need the one clue here. It's not like there's victory points on here, and we could just ignore this and kind of never worry about it. But we'll decide that when it comes to our turns. I drew a Hunting Night Gaunt. Where am I putting this? I'll put it near me. This is a 4 hit point, 3 fight, 1 evade hunter that says, while attempting to evade Hunting Night Gaunt, double the negative modifier of each revealed chaos token. So for the purposes of evading Hunting Night Gaunt specifically, there's a -10 in the bag. Wow. So that's fun.
Yeah. That's huge. Okay. Only one way through. Huh?
I'm glad you didn't leave. I hope you have a weapon in hand.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't.
Well, I mean, it's to our turns now. I could always try to evade this. I would basically need... I have 3 agility, so I would basically need to draw no worse than a -1 because they're doubled.
It has 4 hit points?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't have that many actions to...
Yeah. It attacks for 1 and 1, which is not that bad, but... Yeah,
I can make something of yours cheaper? Or an ally of yours cheaper?
That doesn't help me here, unfortunately. Right. Thank you, though.
I tried.
And you don't have any weapons in hand?
I truly don't.
Woof. Yeah. All right. So evading this is probably the way to go. It might take me a couple tries. Okay. But I'm up by 2, so since we're doubling the negative modifiers, I'm functionally up by 1. But if... I've got 3 tries if I need them. Yeah. I guess I'm just going to do that. Yeah. Let's start with... Oh, a 0. I did it.
All right, great.
That was easy. What were we so worried about?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So this has the Hunter keyword, which means this round, since it's exhausted, it won't do anything. But even if we were to just move away from it, in the enemy phase, it moves towards us.
Okay.
As a reminder. I'm leaning towards... What am I doing?
Do you want to go to this university?
Yeah. I think I'm going to move out of here. I think I will actually use my Bound for the Horizon, discard a card from my hand to take a fast move. I'm going to discard this Resourceful from my hand, but because of George's ability, it will go underneath George, and I draw a card to replace it. That's a card. And I will move... Yeah, I was going to say I'm a scholar. No, I'm just a lawyer, but I'm a drifter, not a scholar. But still, I feel at home at the Miskatonic University, which says, Miskatonic University is one of the most prestigious colleges in the Northeast. Oh. The university library is famous for its collection of occult books, maintained by the esteemed Dr. Henry Armitage. The campus is quiet and lonely. Several of the buildings have been left unlocked for students and faculty working late into the night. This has a victory point on it. It's going to have 4 clues and 4 shroud. And it has an action that says, search the top 6 cards of your deck for a tome or spell card and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. I have a second copy of Schaffner's catalog that's technically a tome, but I'm not thinking that that's a very likely thing to hit.
No.
For me.
I don't think I have those things.
Yeah, I can't think of anything you have along
Yeah.
those lines either.
Do you have an easy way to vacuum up some skills?
Yeah, I think that's
Or
what I'll. I think that's what
clues?
I'll try to do. I have fingerprint kit. So let's see. I've taken one action because my move just to evade because my move was free. So I can exhaust this. I investigate at +1 intellect, and if I succeed, I discover an additional clue at my location. So I'm up by it's 5-4. That's not great, but I will put resourceful into that from underneath me, and nautical charts. Yeah, that's gonna put me up by 3. That seems all right.
That seems pretty good.
And skull.
Oh.
Skull is -X, where X is the total number of doom in play, which is just 1
Just
right now.
a 1.
Yep. So that's fine.
Great.
I get 2 clues,
Huge.
and I succeeded with the resourceful skill in there, which lets me choose a survivor card not named resourceful in my discard pile and add it to my hand. So I'll just recover my catalog. It's back in my hand.
So good. Clippy over here.
Yeah. And then now that I have too many cards in hand, because I'm down to
no.
I'm down to 1 hand size, I better just play the catalog. I think
That seems good.
we'll find a use for it. If you are near me when you finally draw some guns, I can help you pay for them. So yeah, I will spend my 2 resources and play a Schaffner's catalog, and you can go ahead while I load this up.
Okay. So I'm tempted to also go exploring. I feel like there's probably monsters in the city streets. I also don't have any cards. So is it good to stick together, generally speaking? Or is it better, like, should we systematically go through the city and, like, pick off location, and then if the monsters are with us, then we're together?
Yeah.
Because you don't really
Yeah.
have a good combat, right?
I mean, I think that this is I think that's the number one constant gameplay decision of playing. That's part of why I like this multiplayer a lot better than solo, is because do you stick together or spread out has a lot of moving parts to that question.
Yeah.
So it's a great question. We don't need to stay together all the time. We off camera, as we were trying to understand this layout, we were talking about how these are kind of a loop. You could go this way, and we could sort of try to meet in the middle, and that way we're both moving away from the night gaunt.
True.
So something like
True.
that would work, or whatever you think.
Who would this follow?
It would follow the nearest investigator. If we are equidistant from it, then if it had prey text, remember we saw some last time with that prey keyword that describes some characteristic that breaks the tie.
Mm-hmm.
Since this doesn't have it, I think we choose.
Okay, so worst case too, we can make it go after me.
Yeah, and remember it won't move this round since
Right.
it's exhausted. So we've got basically this turn and next turn before it starts moving.
Fair. Okay, yeah, I'll stick with your plan too, though. I think staying somewhat close is good, especially because we need to be close for your catalog, right? Or is
You have to be at my location to benefit from my catalog. So if you do want to play some items, you're welcome to it. I don't have any plan for those.
I don't have
but
cards
you
in
would...
my hand to play, so
Okay.
we'll just go explore.
All right, tell us about Southside.
Middle-class houses with gambrel roofs crowd together between the streets of Southside. The neighborhood is known for its cultural and social landmarks such as South Church, Ma's Boarding House, and the Historical Society. And we are at the Southside Historical Society. Location Arkham Action, draw 3 cards, limit once per game. And it has 1 or 2 clues with Shroud of 3.
That seems great for your looking for weapons situation.
It certainly does, actually.
The Georgian Manor housing the Historical Society is well known for its private library, where local records, maps, and artifacts from Arkham's past hint at its secrets better left alone. It's limit once per game, which actually we could, if I even find myself there at any point, I can also do that. If it was once total per game, it would use the phrase group limit once per game.
Oh.
So we can each do that once. So there's no reason to even discuss whether I want to.
Perfect.
If you want to spend an action that way.
Yeah, that's what I was
ahead.
going to ask you if you needed it, but you answered my question.
Yep.
So my second action will be to use Southside's location to draw 3 cards.
Hopefully no weaknesses.
No weaknesses.
Always the scary thing about drawing a whole lot of cards.
I did receive some things that I can play had I money. So, good news, bad news.
Right.
But we at least have the things.
Yeah, and you could keep moving, and I could probably move to the hospital with you next turn.
Next turn, yeah, because I'm not clever enough to feel great about that skill test.
Sure.
So I don't think it's particularly worth me trying. I wish you the best of luck in the future. So, St. Mary's Hospital it is, as my third action.
Yep.
Location of Arkham's only hospital. St. Mary's has a 24-hour receiving room and is busy at all hours of the night. Dr. Mortimer and Nurse Sharon have been particularly stressed lately, thanks in part to recent events. Wonder what those could be. And on the flip side, it says, an extended stay at St. Mary's can do wonders for the body, but its effect on one's psyche is unclear. And this has a once-per-game effect to heal 3 damage, which also seems pretty good eventually.
Yeah.
It's also hopefully never.
Fairly low
honestly.
shroud.
Yeah, fairly low shroud at 2, and it gives us 2 clues. So, some actually pretty good stuff. All of this loop is actually beneficial to us, it seems.
Yeah, it's all had good abilities on the locations.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice to see.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. We're just in Arkham. It's not like we're in some sort of hell dimension yet.
No, everything's great. Everyone seems pretty happy. I mean, there's people at the hospital. Doctors are busy. There's students.
Yeah, and we're just looking for some cultists to talk to.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even making trouble.
We're just looking for people.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, that was a good turn.
Yeah.
In the enemy phase, we are just going to ready this exhausted Hunting Night Gaunt, and then go to upkeep and draw a card, gain a resource.
Ooh, seems good.
Ooh.
Update. This go. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, this is a perfect card to discard, I think.
Oh, love that.
So, I'm over my hand size limit of 1. So, I'm going to discard a card, put it under George, and draw a card to replace it, because that's his ability, so that's not all bad. Oh, cute! I got my Derringer, so I could put up a little bit of a fight, maybe. Okay. And you're good with the upkeep?
Oh, yeah.
All right, then we are at our second Doom, which, notably, this is something we should keep an eye on, means skulls are now -2s. There are 2 skulls in the bag, so there's some... That might change the way we approach tests when they're -5s as opposed to -1s, right?
Yeah.
And then you can draw your encounter card.
Oh, of course. Ooh, it's a monster. Another hunting night gaunt.
Oh, good.
So 3 might, 4 health, 1 evade, hunter, monster night gaunt. While attempting to evade hunting night gaunt, double the negative modifier of each revealed chaos token.
And
It had no faces at all to smile with, but only a suggestive blankness where a face ought to be. This is here. It's kind of spooky.
and I drew Masked Horrors. Each investigator with 2 or more clues takes 2 horror. If no horror is dealt by this, place 1 Doom on the current agenda. Jeez. Okay. Luckily, I guess, I have 2 clues, so I take 2 horror. That's probably preferable to taking an extra Doom right now.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all that happens.
Fortunately for us, I'm oblivious.
Yes.
It's working out.
That's true. It's good to know that those are in the game because that is a reason to make sure to spend our clues as soon as we have them.
Oh, right? Fair.
Yeah,
that's actually a really good point.
Yeah, it's probably there as a motivator. I don't know. So these return to boxes, sometimes what they do is like they're adding variety and new twists, but they're also sometimes setting out to like fix ways that people found to cheese the scenario and stuff.
Oh.
I'm not aware of any strategy for the scenario that was like save up all your clues to the end and then spam that ability or anything like that, but maybe some people had a reason to do that, and that's why this card was added.
Yeah.
Because that's one from the Return to version. Okay, it's back to our turn.
Yeah.
Well, I probably want to make my way down to you so that the Hunting Night Gaunt doesn't jump right onto me. You have a Night Gaunt on you.
I do. I can do some work if I can get one of these things into play. So... as long as you're with me, I feel really confident I can at least kill this one.
Okay.
And then probably be okay for the next one.
Okay, that's good. Because I could come down and... I mean, there's a world where I could try to do some damage to it also by moving down, playing my Derringer, and shooting at it. That would be my whole turn instead of, like, getting any of these clues. So it's not my preference. Yeah, why don't I... Yeah, if you might take an opportunity attack playing a card or something, but I'm okay with you getting a little hurt.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I will start by investigating again with fingerprint kit.
I'm glad you're okay with me getting hurt, though. That makes me feel good.
Good,
Very safe.
Then it makes me feel good too.
Yeah, good, cool.
I mean, I just see you as my personal bodyguard, basically.
Just keep them saving coupons coming.
That is how I pay you for your bodyguard services. That's right. Okay, I'm investigating at 4-5. I will commit this glimmer of hope from under my investigator to be at 6-4. I'm gonna hope that that's good enough. Skulls are -2, so skulls are still successes. And autofail.
Oh no.
Well, that didn't work out. Okay, well, maybe I'm going to swing back through here later and try to get those clues. I think for my second action... Oh, do I want to do a fast move? Yeah, I think I do.
Oh, because that's a victory point too, huh?
Yeah, so we'd like to get those. So yeah, let me use Bound for the Horizon to discard unconventional method from my hand, draw a card to replace it. And I will move to you. So that was fast. I still have 2 actions left. I can... How many of my coupons do you need?
I have a lot of things I could play. I mean, it's how many you would give me, of course.
No, I'll save them for you then, because neither things in my hand are
If you
too
have
urgent.
an ally, I can make it cheaper.
I don't have my ally yet. Yeah, so I would
That's
like to
going to be on the table for quite some time.
I'd like to draw more cards. I am cycling through my deck pretty fast, especially now that I'm discarding every turn with Bound for the Horizon. So hopefully I get there soon. Okay, I think I will just investigate here. It's a 4-2. Seems fine.
Seems fine.
-4. It wasn't fine.
Not fine.
I'm gonna try it again because you know what they say about repeating the same thing.
Third time's a charm. Yeah.
Cultist.
Oh.
What does that do? It's a -2. So I pass, but it also says place 1 doom on each cultist enemy in play. If there are no so I don't pass. If there are no cultist enemies in play, reveal another token.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, damn. And that is not saying cancel this one.
Right.
It's in addition to this.
Yeah, of course. Nothing's in favor of us.
So it's the auto fail.
Rude. That's rude.
So that was my whole turn with 3 failed investigations.
Yep.
So welcome to hard difficulty.
Yep. We gotta mix these up a little bit for you.
What would that cultist have been on standard? Just place 1 doom on the nearest cultist enemy. So that would have whiffed.
Oh yeah.
Instead it was
yeah. So that would have been totally fine.
Yep.
All right.
Oh man. All right. Well, we wanted to get our butts kicked.
We asked for this.
Yep. So anyway, I have 5 coupons. You are welcome to spend.
You do. Thank you. Well, we'll get there. So first thing, I'm going to play Roland's 38 special.
Okay. The Hunting Night Gaunt does attack you. Because you're not interacting with it. You are playing a card. Yeah. So you're going to take 1 and 1.
So it takes instant stuff. Okay. So I get 5 ammo because of my locked and loaded, which is going to be really good. And I'm actually kind of glad you didn't get these clues.
I didn't consider that they would buff your attack.
Yeah.
But you do need to take that 1 damage, 1 horror from the...
I got to do all sorts of stuff here. So damage, horror, damage. Good. All this is good for me. And how... you have your clippies?
Yep. A full catalog of 5 coupons. So spend as many as you want.
Catalog. Okay.
You're the one who's in more trouble.
Okay.
If you don't spend them all, I have uses for them. But...
if you cover for this, it gives me some flexibility for later.
Oh yeah. You haven't paid for it yet?
No.
Okay. I'll pay 3 for your gun.
Cool. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why there was a coupon in there for Roland's personal weapon, but
it's real weird that they just have that in your shop. But
I mean, we'll do it.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take it this time. I'm not going to ask too many questions. First, I got to deal with this Night Gaunt. So I will use the 38 special to do an attack. This is my second action. Mm-hmm. Spend 1 ammo. Fight. I get +1 fight for this attack. If there are 1 or more clues on your location, +3 instead. This attack deals +1 damage. So I'm going to get a +3 might from this attack. Mm-hmm. And with Gree, I have +4 to my printed 4. So I have 8 to the Night Gaunt's 3.
8 to 3. So, that's now now that we're on, last time 4 was a sweet spot where you really couldn't do any. You couldn't improve it above 4. Now it's 5, and you're there.
Now we're there.
So I'm the one getting wrecked by hard mode, and you draw a cultist. That's -2.
Oh no!
Draw
not
one.
again.
God.
Not again. Minus
-2.
2. That's good.
Yeah,
we're good.
Boy, I forgot when I was saying 5 was the worst it could be. I forgot about cultist and then a 5.
Yeah.
So there could be 7. All right.
Now, how many of these are there?
I think there's just one cultist in the bag.
Of course there are.
Yeah, so of course we've drawn it twice back to back. Yep. But that was good. So you dealt 2 damage.
Yeah, dealt 2 damage to it, which is great news. I think I'm going to use my third action to attack it again.
Okay.
Because then I get a bunch of triggers. We're not going to... The only danger is that we're probably not going to be able to complete the thing. Because... Well, we're going to do it.
That's fine.
We're going to do it, yeah.
Yeah.
So my second action is going to be to attack again using my 38 special. So same thing. There are still clues on this location. So it is still +3. I'm at 8 to the Night Gaunt's 3. And -1.
That's more like
no
it.
drama this time.
Yep.
So I will kill it.
And as usual, a million things happen.
And I have so many triggers. So this...
Discard pile there.
Perfect, thank you. I will use use Greet Wagner to exhaust her to gain 1... Oh, and damage her. To gain 1 clue from the location.
Mm-hmm.
I will use the reaction of Roland to gain 1 clue from this location. I will...
See, this is what I'm talking about. You killed the enemy, and now you've gotten 3 clues to my 2.
I know. It's
what
good.
What am I even doing here?
You're the purse. You give me the money.
I guess that's true. That's true. That is a role that you can't quantify by looking at the clues and death count.
Right.
Yeah,
This is the bodyguard protector economy that we have going on, right? This is how it works. And then I will also use my ancestral token, so it had 4 health.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to get 4
Oh,
blessed
yeah.
tokens.
That's going to feel good. That's going to feel good.
Let's not see this cultist token again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, blesses don't reduce the chances of drawing that because they draw another token, but
Nope,
at least they give you a +2.
That's not how math works for me.
Well, okay. All right. Sorry. I don't mean to tell you how the world works for you.
Not in my reality.
Okay, that was your 3 actions. So unless you have
Yes.
anything fast you want to do, then we are good. The Night Gaunt is going to hunt. I would really like to go also draw 3 cards, so I'm leaning towards sending it this way, and we can, if we don't want to deal with it, just keep moving this way.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
There is this victory point there, which we would like to pick up at some point, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
That's the enemy phase, so upkeep. Draw a card, gain a resource.
Mm-hmm.
I again have to discard to hand size. I think I want to hold on to this one. I'll discard the Idol of Xanados. Draw a card to replace it.
Okay.
Okay. Then this is so weird. I have all these cards. I played some of them last time. They're new in the Drowned City. They're cards that you can just discard from your hand to do the ability on them.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a cost, and I keep forgetting that I probably am just going to ignore that cost.
Oh.
Like it's not. I'm probably not going to play these things. I'm probably going to use their discard ability.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's the start of a new round. This is our 3rd Doom out of 6 on the agenda, and you draw a Mythos card.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget? Mask of Umerdoth. Revelation. Attach to the furthest cultist enemy and place 1 Doom on that enemy. If there are no cultist enemies in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a cultist enemy, draw it, and attach Mask of Undemoth.
Umordoth is how I've always said it, but
Umerdoth? Oh, yeah, that makes... I think I said it different ways both times.
Umordoth, yeah,
Umordoth?
but I mean, Lovecraft always has. Well, actually, I think that this is an FFG original. I don't think that Umordoth is a Lovecraft thing. I think I read that, even though I've read no Lovecraft. But Lovecraft is always making these weird words with all this like punctuation in the middle of the word stuff that intentionally have no correct way to pronounce them.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm never going to correct you when you pronounce some weird monster word.
It's going to be different every time.
Perfect.
Great. Attached enemy gets +2 health. If attached enemy is not unique, it gains aloof. If attached enemy is unique, it gains retaliate.
Okay, so that was a lot of text, but basically there are no cultists in play, so you're going to need to search the encounter deck and pick one.
I just
draw.
pick it up
Yeah.
and look for one? Okay.
Yep.
Is it a subtype or is that
Yeah, it's a trait. It's the bolded
Like
words.
this?
Yep, exactly like that. And it doesn't have to be like if you want to. That's probably the right choice. Yeah, probably. I was gonna say you can look at the whole thing and choose one. It doesn't have to be the first one you got to.
Oh.
What is annoying about this Disciple of the Devourer that you just found is that it spawns at the furthest empty location. So it would spawn like here.
That's not a big deal.
And it has Doom on it, which means it's accelerating the agenda advancing.
Oh, I got bad news. They all spawn at the furthest empty location.
Oh, well then. All right, and then there's no winning, I guess.
Yep.
That one is weak looking at least. So, all right. So this Disciple of the Devourer, placate the beast, and we are allowed to live. When we die, it will feast on our remains. Ominous. So this says after you spawn Disciple of the Devourer, you must either place one Doom on it or place one of your clues on its location. If the current agenda is not Agenda 1, do both instead. Jeez. It is Agenda 1.
Okay.
So it is spawning at the farthest empty location, which is East Town. I guess North Side is just as far. They're both 2 moves. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, this is 3 moves, right? There's no way to get there in 2. Yeah, okay. So Disciple seems the furthest. Or East Town seems furthest. I guess, or Graveyard. I don't have a preference. Do you?
No.
Okay. So we'll spawn it there. What else did this say?
Attached enemy gets +2 health.
Okay, so this attaches to it. All
Yeah,
right.
and it gains aloof.
Yeah, aloof means that it doesn't engage you and try to attack you. You have to, if you want to defeat it, you have to spend an action engaging it. Which is generally it can be nice because you could walk through here and just leave it alone. Mm-hmm. But this also said to place a Doom on it, right?
No, only if we don't have to search our deck.
Oh, okay, got it. So we're not adding a Doom to it from this. So it's just the Disciple of the Devourer that says you either have to put a Doom on it or place one of your clues on its location.
I think we.
And as a refresher, if we put a Doom on an enemy, it counts towards this agenda threshold. But we can get it back off of the table by defeating that enemy. So every time we look to see if there's 6, that would count. Yeah, so especially since we spend 4 clues on the act and we have 5 currently, yeah. I would lean towards that, but it's your call.
No, I agree. I totally agree. I would rather just sacrifice this right now.
Okay. It's actually put it on this location, so we can go there and pick it back up. We haven't revealed it, so we have no idea whether its shroud is high or low. But
okay.
Yeah, and then this attachment to it is just giving it +2 health. Wait, +2 health and aloof. Jeez. Okay. All right, there's a lot going on with that card.
Yeah.
And I still have to draw one. It is On the Wings of Darkness. Test agility 4. Don't love agility. If you fail, take 1 damage and 1 horror, then disengage from each non-Night Gaunt enemy engaged with you and move to a central location. So if I fail this, I take a damage and horror and I teleport to Rivertown, which is the central location. That's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
So I'm not gonna, spend a bunch of shit to... I'm just gonna draw a Bless and pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, there is one. So I went from 3 to 5, so now I'm up by 1.
Call your shot.
There's another one. I'm up by 3. Okay. Now I'm maybe wasting them. That's not great. But I'm up by 5. And the tablet. Oh, which is -4 if you failed. Place all your clues on your location. All three blesses mattered.
That did matter actually.
That was kind of cool. Yeah,
quite a lot. That was so bad.
Those are removed. That was actually kind of amazing.
Yeah, yeah, that was great. Wow. Okay, I was giving you guff for it, but
yeah.
That worked out.
That did work out.
Hosed us pretty hard.
Dropping 2 clues and moving me away would have been not ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not getting those clues back. They're gone forever.
No. That said, so now we're to our turn. If you wanted to move up here, if you're able to kill this Night Gaunt, you can get these High Shroud clues.
I can.
Which would be pretty nice.
That's true.
We also have the 4 clues to spend, and we learned from Treachery's punishing us for holding too many clues that we probably should. So that's another thing we can be doing this turn.
I agree with all of this, but I would like... So I guess I have some money.
Do you want to go first and spend the rest of my coupons? Is that what you're saying?
I kind of do, if I'm being honest.
That's fine.
Okay.
And you, Oh, so you're not killing this turn if you're playing any assets, probably, right? Because you would probably need to move attack as basically your whole turn.
That's actually fine. I don't mind
If it hunts onto you. Okay.
I'm okay with because it's just the 1/1, right?
Yeah. And don't forget, like,
I can give
your sanity's an
and that
issue.
damage.
Sanity's an issue, but you can put horror on both of your assets.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. So first thing we're gonna do.
Why don't I go first then? If you're not gonna deal with that,
Are you gonna move away?
oh, that's right. Shit. Okay, that's fine. Because I wanted to use one of my actions to spend our clues, and then that's going to be a new variable that we might want to react to. That's why I wanted to do that first.
Got it.
But if you're just staying here, you could also be the one to spend the clues.
Oh, and just not
it just takes
this turn?
someone has to spend an action.
Oh, that's true. I don't.
Because it will hunt onto you.
Okay,
Right. So
that's fair. So I'll go first and I'll spend the clues, and then I'll just install stuff.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay.
So my first action is going to be to spend 4 of our clues.
Okay. So 2 from each of us.
Yep.
And then what that says you're doing, you are drawing the top card of the cultist deck.
Oh. It's a cultist. Victoria DeVroe, the Collector. 3 might, 3 health, 2 evade. Humanoid cultist spawn north side. So she's going to spawn up here. As an action, spend 5 resources to parlay. Add Victoria DeVroe to the victory display. Oh, so we can just pay her off.
Yeah, so you can, we need to, it's our objective to get as many of those in the victory display as possible. We could do it by going and shooting her in the face or paying her off.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, she just likes pretty things. All right.
Yeah.
Oliver Thomas, the proprietor of the Curiosity Shop, has informed you that a new client has taken a keen interest in a mysterious mask. And she's up here, presumably at a nice shop.
I like that, how the flavor text kind of isn't like just describing her, it is about this moment where we learned she's there. That's smart. Yeah. Okay, so that was the first action. She's not gonna hunt or anything. She's gonna sit there.
I like it. So we just went around town and we talked to enough people to figure out where she was.
Who one of these suspicious potential cultists was.
Yeah, we just word of mouth. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, the clues in this game are super abstract and they represent a lot of different things. But you generally, if you pay attention to the flavor of the scenario, they generally represent something. Like they're not. In any given moment, they're not abstract. In the main rules of the game, they're abstract. It's very clever. It's one of my favorite things about the story this game tells. Okay, you have 2 actions left.
Oh, that's right. So I'm going to play. Very first, we will. Oh, that's a hand slot.
You still have a hand slot left.
I know, but I can't play. I can't play 2 more hand slots.
Oh, that's accurate. Yeah.
Well, we'll use this one. You have 2 Clippies, so I'm still getting the value out of this.
Okay. So spend my 2 coupons.
Yep. And I will play dissection tools.
Nice.
So this is my tools of dissection. Item tool science as a reaction. After an enemy at your location is defeated, place 1 resource from the token pool on this card as evidence. While thus dissection tools has 1 or more evidence, plus 2 evade, 2 or more evidence, plus 2 might, and the evade. Or, excuse me, plus 1 might and plus 1 evade. And then when it has 3 or more evidence, plus 1 sanity in addition to the other 2. So, pretty good. And I want to be killing stuff, so it should be good, especially with the Night Gaunt.
Agreed.
But I do think I might just soak the damage this turn then and go, it doesn't really help me. So I should have probably done something else first. But instead, we will actually, do you mind if I play something first?
Sure.
I'm actually going to use Second Wind. If I drew a treachery this round, I did draw
treachery, yeah.
Cool. So for 1...
although this says play only as your first action, so you are sort of retconning your turn. I'm okay with it if you want to, but...
Yeah, do you mind? Because I don't think it was any new information that I've done.
Well, the whole putting a cultist into play
Oh, the cultist into play. Okay, sure. That's fair. I didn't think about that.
That said, damage is not the threat to you.
It was the card, really, that I wanted.
Oh, does it draw a card?
Yeah, draw a card.
I forgot that.
Yeah. So we will I might just draw a card anyway, because otherwise I'm taking damage.
Yeah.
And I think it's the horror that I'm really annoyed about. So I'll just draw a card. Yeah, and live with it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Good.
Okay. Boy, it must be nice to hold on to 7 cards.
It's pretty sweet.
What a luxury.
Feels good.
Okay, I am going to... do I want a fast move? Do I want to discard any of these cards? Yeah, sure. I'm not going to evade any enemies, right? The only enemy we've really seen like explicitly doesn't like to be evaded, so I will discard an Anchor Chain in order to take a fast move, drawing a card to replace it with George's ability. Oh, that's a fun card. I am going to take that fast move to Southside. So you've been there before. I will use my first actual action to draw 3 cards with its once per game ability. Okay. Okay. I think this is a pretty good card. It's a pretty good card.
I like hearing that.
I have 2 actions left. That's great. Okay, I am going to spend them on Artistic Inspiration. This is a talent that uses 1 inspiration. I can exhaust it and discard a card from my hand to replenish that inspiration. And I can use it for a +or -1 on a skill value after I draw tokens. Yeah, this is the one that, and that's part of why I put not Granny Orn in my deck, Beyond the Horizon in my, Bound for the Horizon in my deck so that I could discard a card more regularly, because I was using this even though I didn't need it to pass the tests, just so I could discard a card.
Oh, okay.
This feels better. I'm getting something with that's more valuable out of the discard that way.
Yeah.
But this is nice. If I fail a test by 1, I can just use it to succeed instead. And to that end, speaking of failing a test by 1, probably, I will use my fingerprint kit at Southside to try to grab those 2 clues as my third action. No, my move was free. This is my second. No. Drew cards.
You drew cards.
Played artistic. Okay, third action. So, I'm investigating at 4, 5 to 3. I have a lot of cards in hand.
Are you gonna have to discard one anyway? For your
I'm likely to have to discard 2. So I am going to. I'm gonna put a. This is kind of counterintuitive, but it also just kind of burns the card if I succeed. I'm gonna put Take Heart into this. This is the test this is the one, it adds nothing to this, but if I fail, I draw 2 cards and gain 2 resources.
Oh, okay.
So I am up by 2, but if I fail, there's still this other upside. Whoop, as I'm throwing stuff out of the bag. All right.
Hedging your bet a bit.
Exactly. 0, so I pass.
Okay.
So Take Heart is wasted, but I was going to have to discard several cards anyway, so I don't feel too bad about wasting a card. I pass the Fingerprint Kit. I will get both these clues, and no other effects there. So that's my turn.
Okay.
I guess that's
That's
the
it?
round. Yeah. So the Hunting Night Gaunt does hunt you, and it's going to move it. It's gonna.
That's why I should have moved here. What happens if I? Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh yeah. So
Talk to
it
me.
enters your threat area and attacks you right now. So it does do 1 and 1 to you.
Okay.
But moving in wouldn't have prevented you from taking that damage and horror unless you were. Oh, but you wanted to kill it here. For the clues.
It's the clues.
Right.
So what happens if I move? Can I move?
You
with
can
it?
move with it. It will opportunity attack you. At that point, the horror is really racking up. I don't know if it's the play, but
Oh, I'm gonna put this down here.
Oh yeah, good call. But that's going to be up to you. We are going to upkeep, draw a card, gain a resource. I have to discard 1 to hand size. It's going to be, I think it's just my other Take Heart. Oh boy, I drew my leg injury.
Ooh.
I think we established last time, and I sure didn't put anything in my deck to help with this. That I may never heal this. As long as it's in my threat area, after I take a move, resign, or evade action, I cannot take any more of those types of actions for the remainder of the turn. So I can only move once per turn. And I also can't move and resign, which could matter on this one.
Oh, that's funny.
Or
I didn't
evade
think
and
about
resign,
that.
yeah.
But how does that work with the card that you added?
Oh, I think that this is not an action. So
Right.
actually, now that you mention it, after you take a move, resign, or evade action, and this is not one. Yeah, so I think I can still move.
Okay.
Even though it's move tagged. That's actually a good question.
I
Because
don't
it has
think it's a
the
move
like bold move kind of tag on it. I don't think
Oh.
that triggers the leg injury though, because it does say after you take a move, resign, or evade action, and that is not what any of those are. Yeah. I
Interesting.
think it's okay. That's actually, it was not my mindset when I put Bound for the Horizon in my deck, but it is a decent way to mitigate Legendary being my weakness.
100%. Like, you just said, like, you didn't mitigate it. I'm like, well, what about that card?
I meant I didn't put any healing in, because this is the one that you heal at like a point of damage to get rid of it, and so it's not like spend an action or two to get rid of it. It is heal it, and I don't have any healing in my deck.
But that's just better, I think.
Yeah. I think I stand by. You're right. I didn't completely forget that was the thing I should do. Is I came to the right.
I think you nailed
play.
it.
Yeah,
you nailed it.
Thank you. I agree. Okay, then let's run. We're at 4 Doom out of 6.
Okay.
And yeah, you can see how I was telling you this one. It has no succeed or fail, really. It's how many of these 6 cultists can you get. You can see, like, time's ticking. You can see how getting 6 would be very hard.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I definitely am feeling the time crunch now. Like, it's been 4 turns-ish, or maybe 3, and we only have 1 cultist. I think we're close to getting a second
and
one
we don't we don't even have it in the victory display, which we also have to do.
Right.
So we're at 0 right now.
Yeah, so I feel like our best move right now is to just try and hammer clues as much as we can and hope we get a cultist that shows up down here.
Yeah.
Because that's going to save us a lot of actions in the future. And I think the action economy in this scenario is like the most important thing, right?
Agreed.
So, like, my thought is that I go first here.
Okay. First we have to draw on counter cards, though, so that might...
I guess.
Yeah, before we even talk about that, why don't we do those?
Yeah, okay, fine. All right. I'll do that. Locked door, obstacle, revelation. Attached to the location with the most clues without a locked door attached. So it's going to be Miskatonic University. Mm-hmm. The attached location cannot be investigated. And you can test 4 strength to break down the door or evade 4 to pick the lock. If you succeed, discard locked door.
Oh man, that doubles.
I have reinforced my belief.
Yeah, because if you're here... You're not investigating when you get those clues, so you completely get around the locked door. Oh man, yeah, that does make it potentially worth that move.
Yeah.
I drew Hunting Shadow. This is peril, which means that you are not allowed to give your opinion here. Peril is a keyword that means like you and you. There's usually a decision to be made, and it's you and you alone have to.
Say no more. People have told me this before. It's okay.
A shadowy figure follows you in the rain. When you look at it, your head pounds in agony and your vision blurs. It says, I must either, and I choose one, spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. So yeah, this is where, like, if you had opinions about how many clues we were going to get this round, you're not allowed to give them.
Nope.
That said, though, I think I want to take the damage. I haven't taken any damage yet this game. I'm going to go ahead and take the damage and save my clues. Because if you are going to get those 2 clues, I want us to be able to get a second cultist into play. Because I think you're spot on. Like, we would love to draw some that spawn down here while we're here. All right.
See, good thing I mentioned my idea.
That's true.
You could have just been like, oh, we're not going to get this right now anyway.
It is a weird thing about, it's a weird thing about peril cards is that they sometimes incentivize you to almost like overshare in a way that, that's maybe not a good example, but
sure.
There are cards in the game that are peril and then say like, choose a card type, asset, event, or skill. All players discard all cards of that type. Obviously it would be really useful if your teammates could tell you what their hand was full of.
Yeah.
And that motivates you to just constantly update each other on what's in your hand because those are in the deck in a way that I'm not actually sure is fun gameplay.
Right.
Anyway.
But now we know. You knew. The explanation worked, how brief as it was. You got on my wavelength, and we're good.
Agreed. So, do you want to go first? Because I don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I also, just a philosophical question.
Okay, I'm a renowned philosopher. Yeah.
Do fast cards provoke attacks of opportunity?
They don't.
Oh, okay, cool.
That was not really philosophical, but
okay. Well, can be.
Maybe if the card was like quick thinking.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Oh, follow-up question, not philosophical.
Okay.
What does retaliate and alert do?
Retaliate means if you miss on your attack, it attacks you. Deals its damage over to you.
Okay.
Alert means the same thing but evading.
Oh.
If you fail to evade,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right, so I am going to use my first action to move, which, as I understand, makes this thing hurt me.
Yep, it hits you for 1/1.
All right, so I take a damage and then take another my brain damage, make my brain hurt, which is going to go on Greet. Thanks, Greet.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second action is going to be to use my special to attack the Night Gaunt. And just like last time, I am at 8, so I'm at 3 for my special, thanks to the clues at Miskatonic University.
Oh yeah, if you were trying to fight it here, you also wouldn't have that skill boost. Yeah. Moving's the right call.
Yeah, and then +1, so I'm at 4 with Greet, and then 4 base. So
Nice.
8 to the 4, and we're gonna... Oh, wait, no. Oh no, I found it. It didn't fall. I guess technically this is not necessary. This isn't really necessary, huh?
I don't know. You'll have to say more.
No, we'll just roll.
I feel like you should be feeling pretty good at it.
Yeah, +8.
I know we've seen a
not
way that it could get scary, but it won't.
I've seen what happens.
Yeah.
No, everything's gonna go
You're
great.
just gonna draw your elder sign. -5. You're fine. You did it.
Oh, it's a 3. That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Woo!
You drew the. I think is that our first time drawing the -5 since we switched to hard mode?
It is.
I think so.
It is.
Congratulations.
It is. I was looking at the 4. That's what scared me. I'm like, oh
yeah,
no.
the 4 hit points. Yep. Nope. You're good.
Okay, awesome. So attack number 1, and I think I used my last attack to swing. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again, and I think
Makes sense to me.
I'm. Do we just like extra commit to kill this thing? I think I do extra commit to kill this thing. So I'm just gonna use the hard boiled. So it's +4 more.
Jeez. Okay. So if you draw that cultist and then another token, you're still in good shape.
Yeah. I just like we just want to make sure. Okay.
Yep.
Well, it's fine.
You obliterated that thing.
Destroyed the thing.
You hard boiled it.
But the reason that I really wanted to make sure that this happened is I kill it, which is the given here. And this is going to go away. But because I defeat it, I am going to exhaust Greet and damage her. And I am going to take a clue from this location.
Yep.
I will use Roland's reaction to gain a clue from this location. Yep. I will use the Ancestral token to add 4 more Blessed tokens.
Oh man, those were really good last time.
They were. Oh, I also spent my ammo.
I was going to say, yeah, I just noticed that.
But it goes on to the dissection tools, which now I have +1 evade for the rest of the game.
Beautiful.
So got to trigger a bunch of stuff, got a bunch of clues. We didn't have to deal with the locked door. Everyone
cleared the victory point location.
Cleared the victory point location.
Yeah.
Everyone saw me absolutely destroy this Night Gaunt, and they came out shouting at shouting the information that I wanted from their windows. So this was a resounding success, even behind their locked doors.
I love the idea that people just witness your heroic acts and they just start telling you what they know.
Yeah, they just they can't help but come find me and tell me all of the stuff I need.
And to that end, I think it's my turn and I'm going to spend my first action spending our clues.
Yeah, that's what we do.
All right, because we have 4 again, so 2 from each of us. And let's see what the new cultist we get is. Herman Collins, the Undertaker. The Undertaker in the local graveyard has been digging strange tunnels underneath the mausoleum, but for what purpose? He spawns in the graveyard, and you could fight him, but you can also, as an action, choose and discard 4 cards from your hand to parlay, add him to the victory display. So you give him some of the treasures he's trying to dig up.
Okay.
And I mean, I am George. If anyone's going to go there and discard cards, I guess it should be me.
That's true.
Meanwhile, you're sitting on 5 resources if you did want to. You also could maybe just try to murder Victoria, but paying her off is an option for you.
That's true.
It's a conversation for next round, but
honestly, it might be more resource efficient for me to try and just take her, just
that's valid.
Take her out.
That is valid.
Sorry, Victoria.
So I have 2 actions left. I actually could. How strongly do I feel about my hand? Here's the question. Because this is I've never realized this. I have a little bit of a rules question. Not that you're going to know the answer, but about George Barnaby. It says that he says your max hand size is equal to the number of face down cards beneath George Barnaby. Limit 5 cards. Does that limit both or does that limit the cards underneath him, or does it just limit your hand size It's like it's equal to the number of cards beneath him with a limit of 5 for your hand size.
Hand is equal to the number of face down cards. Limit 5.
My guess is the intent is that you can only put 5 cards beneath him, but I think that was written in an unclear way.
Yeah, I think that would be the intent.
Because I'm thinking if I am going to go, dazzle Herman Collins this turn, which I could do because I could bound for the horizon for a free move, and then parlay, and that would be the remaining 2 actions of my turn. I kind of like that, actually.
It seems really big. It seems like a big move.
Yeah, it leaves me with no cards in hand, especially because Bound for the Horizon will discard and draw, and then my next one will not even discard and draw because I've already done it this turn.
Can you... Oh, but you can't draw 3 cards and do it. You don't have enough actions.
That's limit once per game. I did do that.
Oh, you did that already. Okay,
cool. So, well, let's, okay. I'm going to use Bound for the Horizon... Discard a card. I actually will truly discard it, not... Oh, wait. I have to put it underneath him to draw a card. Okay, so we'll get rid of this one. I'll draw a card to replace it. Oh, that's a good card, too. Damn, now I want to discard it even less. Okay, well, so that was a free move here. I still have 2 actions left. If I move in... then he's going to engage me and attack me if I were to just move in and not parlay. Like, that's not a good option. No. Do I want to throw away my whole hand? I think so.
I think that seems
I'm not a fighter, so this is how I contribute to us getting these cultists, is by going and parlaying them. So, alright, I will do it. I will take my second action to move into the graveyard, and let's see what's going on in the graveyard, too. The graveyard lies at the foot of French Hill. Some of the headstones date back to the 17th century when the earliest colonists came to Arkham. Considering what happened in your house, you're not completely keen on heading there. No flavor text on this side. What gives? There's just plenty of empty space for it. But anyway, oh boy. This says... This does matter before I parlay Herman. This says, forced after you enter the graveyard, test willpower 3. If you fail, you must either take 2 horror or move to Rivertown.
Oh.
Willpower is not my strong suit, but I do have some cards underneath George. So this is actually good.
Oh, because you're going to need to discard cards from him anyway.
Yeah, and one of the cards underneath him is Grim Resolve, which says that after the skill test, I can swap between my hand and my fake hand. So I can, like, because I'm about to lose them all, I can better choose which cards I'm going to throw away.
Nice.
I like this. Okay. So, willpower 3, this makes it... I only have 2, so this makes it 3. Let me commit another... Yeah, I guess... Well, no, because I'm not going to trigger this again. So if I shrink this... No, I don't... I'm losing my whole hand. I don't care if I shrink this that much. So I'm going to throw in one more willpower icon and the take heart that's underneath him, so that if I fail, I have that upside. I could use the resources. Okay, so I'm at 2, 3, 4 to 3. My odds are still not great. But you did put all those blesses in the bag.
There are a lot of blesses in there, yeah.
And there's one.
There's one.
So now I'm up by 3. -1. Okay.
Hey! Got us there.
Sweet. Okay, so I don't have to leave the graveyard or take 2 horror. And Herman Collins will engage me. These cards are all gone, but Grim Resolve... So yeah, take heart again. I passed the test, I put it in. Oh well. Grim Resolve lets me swap any number of cards beneath George Barnaby with my hand. So like, deduction is... Oh, by the way, this graveyard had 4 clues and 1 shroud. So
wow.
Let's get those on there. Yeah, so they're pretty nice clue source too.
Yeah.
So I can swap cards from my hand with this. So I definitely want deduction, which is an incredible skill card. I want that underneath me. And I guess I don't feel strongly. I'll just take the, I'm going to put this Idol of Xanatos underneath me because the willpower icon is good for treacheries and stuff. So we'll do that. And then for my last action, I will parlay Herman Collins, discarding my 4 cards, adding him to the victory display. That's a victory point huge. And one of our objectives. I'll just put it here. Okay, well, the turn went more or less according to plan, at least.
I think that's really good.
I'm out of cards in hand, but when am I not?
Yeah.
That's not unfamiliar. And that's that's my turn.
It was intentional this time, so it wasn't like an accident.
Right. Yeah,
like,
it wasn't my
oopsie.
weakness or something else. Or this. So Return to the Gathering added all those discard treacheries. They don't seem to be. There doesn't seem to be like an analog to that here. This one, maybe if there's like a new kind of mechanical theme introduced in the Return version, it might be that punishing you for hoarding your clues thing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't seem as impactful.
Yeah, like, now that we know it's kind of there, we know enough to play around it.
Yep.
And honestly,
Yep.
it doesn't seem like it would have been well, if it was the same way, it seems less good anyway. Because, like,
Right.
you wait till the end, and then all of a sudden you have cultists everywhere, and you got to go, like,
Yeah,
find
I'm not
them.
sure. So maybe I was just speculating that they were trying to fix some issue. Maybe it was
Yeah.
just to put in a new wrinkle. But yeah, I
It's-
agree
no,
that we
it's-
should
it's
be spending our
interesting.
clues most of the time when we have them.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I think that's better.
It also, interestingly, it's more likely to punish if you have like one dedicated person getting all the clues. It's more likely to punish that player while they're saving up to have enough to spend.
True.
When you and I are both getting a few clues, which tends to be what happens, we're less likely to get punished by that, I feel like, which is nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was a pretty good turn though. I discovered Herman Collins and cleared him that turn. I feel good about it, and that's it. So in the enemy phase, I think no enemies act, and we will put we will upkeep. I will draw one card. Okay. Okay, my resource, and we are at 5 out of 6 doom. Something's gonna happen in another turn.
Did we
with
read that?
agenda. The act?
The next new one?
Or
Or there wasn't
it's
a new
the
one?
same. Nope.
Oh,
it's
no,
just-
it's just
just
one I
one.
was thinking
Yeah.
of. Sorry, okay.
So
alright.
you are drawing your encounter card.
Yes, I am. Did I draw a card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Okay. Alright. Crypt Chill. Hazard. Revelation. Test for willpower. If you fail, choose and discard one asset you control. If you cannot, take 2 damage instead. Test for willpower. So I'm at 3.
Assuming you have another gun to play, losing your gun with 1 ammo left is not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. This is true. I honestly was kind of planning to use it there.
Oh, you were gonna go shoot Victoria in the face with it?
Yeah.
That would, if you have a vicious blow or some way to get +1 damage, like that would work great.
So I'm trying. I would like to keep it for that,
Okay.
and then I can replace. I guess I could sort of replace it, but that's going to be better. I'm assuming clues are going to happen here too.
That seems. I would call that a safe bet. Yeah.
So you're right. It's not the worst thing if I don't get it. My question is, I don't think we're going to be at the same. We're not going to be at the same location. I don't think for a long time, right?
You and me, probably not.
Okay, so 2 questions. One, would I be able to use Greet's ability to kill her?
Yes.
So she okay.
To take the final point of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. you
So
can do
that is a thing I can do. And I don't remember what my other question was. So I'm just
sure it wasn't important.
definitely not. So I'm just gonna discard these 2 cards to give myself a +2. So I'm at a 5. I need 4, so I'm +1.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what we got. I don't think those cards are going to particularly help me, because I think I might be better off just keeping Greet around for a little bit longer. And with other means available to me.
Okay. Okay.
0.
Oh, you're good.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's why we do
thanks,
it.
Thanks to the cards you put in. Good work. All right.
So I'm good.
I drew Hunting Shadow again. I must either take another 2 damage or spend a clue. Oh, I can't spend the clue, so I'm taking the 2 damage.
That looks good.
That's 4 out of 7. That's scary.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess you could go to the hospital if you need, but that's a lot of actions to waste.
Oh, I forgot the hospital's there. That's especially with the free move. Maybe it's worthwhile.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, maybe a cultist pops up.
Probably not until I clear the locations here. I'm not going to
No.
leave early for that.
Definitely.
Okay, it's our turn.
Our turn. Ooh.
It is 1 turn until something happens, because the agenda deck will advance.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so I don't think. Well, I could 1, 2, and I need to do the action. Then I wouldn't be able to do the thing, and then she would die. So I don't. Oh wait, is that fast? Oh, that's fast. Look at me go. Okay, we're back in business. So Greet is trusted.
Oh,
I
nice.
I trust her with
And what does that do again?
my clues. So it's fast. Play only during my turn. Attached to an ally asset you control. Attached asset gets +1 health and +1 sanity.
Love that.
So now she can at least take another damage before it becoming an immediate problem.
Discover an extra clue and soak an extra horror for you.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty good. And it's fast, which is the most important thing for me right now, because I want to deal with Victoria. So I'm going to spend my first action to go to River.
Don't these connect directly? Yeah, they do. This is where this kind of forms a loop and this forms a loop, but they sort of overlap. Yeah.
So at the start of this, I spent a long time looking at this board, but I was looking at it from that side of the
down,
table.
yeah.
So it did not translate at all. Like when I'm over here, I'm like, oh, I know what's going on. Then you took out this thing at the beginning, and you didn't tell me that was going to happen either. So I'm like, oh, I don't know anything anymore. This is a whole new map.
Meanwhile, I was scouring all my storage for Arkham for these arrow tokens I have that would help that I couldn't find. This was doomed to happen.
Yep. But this is better.
So, yeah.
I actually might be able to. Oh, this is great news all around. So you know what? We're all good.
You're north side, so Victoria engages you and tell us about the new location.
Yeah. So north side. North side is a commercial district that contains many offices and factories, as well as the train station. And now it is in Arkham. It is spend 5 as an action. Spend 5 resources. Gain 2 clues from the token pool. Group limit once per game. In Northside, nothing gets people talking faster than a bit of dough. And it has 4 clues, and it has a 3 shroud.
4 clues there. Oh wow.
4 clues.
Fitting that they, or I mean, I guess so. I guess it's no coincidence, but both Victoria and the location reward you for paying them off.
Oh, it's true. Oh, 5 to get 2. Yeah, that's true. Group limit 1 per game. All right, cool. Of course, and I will use my second action to attack Victoria. I will use my 38 special.
Roland's never been one for bribery.
No, we don't smooth talk here.
we go straight to violence.
We have one thing that we know real well, and we rely on it. So Roland's gonna add my my +3 because there's plenty of clues here. So we're at +3, 4, 8. And since Victoria has 3 health, I'm going to use Vicious Blow.
Beautiful.
To give me +1, so I'm at 9 to her 3. But it's the extra damage to save me another action.
Yep.
So I think that's pretty decent.
And to save you a situation where you're out of bullets and still have someone to fight.
Yeah. So it seems all right. And we will -2.
You're good.
Which is good for
all 3
us.
damage. So you have violently interrogated Victoria.
Sometimes it just calls for it.
And added her to the victory display.
And even better news, we get to do all sorts of fun stuff. So, first thing, we'll get 3...
Yeah, she had 3 hit points.
3 more blessed tokens go into our bag friend. 2, 3. We will use Greet because we gave her an extra health and exhaust her to get a clue from the location. I'll use Roland to get another clue from the location.
Nice.
Roland's special goes away, and I will use my dissection tools to get another piece of evidence, which now gives me an additional might. So baseline.
That's the one you want.
Yeah, that's the one I want. So Roland's special helped get me into fighting form.
And I guess you also want the third one, which is sanity.
Sanity is pretty good, yeah, because sanity is my weak stat, but I feel a lot better with the strength, at least for now.
Oh, it's a minor thing, but your gun, unless it says so, it does not get discarded because it's out of ammo. Which could be good if you draw that Crypt Chill or something that forces you to discard an asset from play.
Oh, fair enough.
But you only have 2 hand slots, so if you play another gun, you'll replace it. But for now, it's still there.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're about to play something. You do have 1 action left.
I do have an action. I'm pretty tempted to replace that already, but I might. The thing is with I know I have a better weapon in my deck, so I can. It's good for me to not play waste the money. So I think I'm tempted to spend the 5 clues for the other 2.
Ooh, and it's not these 2. It says it's from the token pool. So it doesn't help you clear that location. It's you gain 2 more clues.
Less good. Definitively less good.
Yeah, because it doesn't get that victory point.
Then I don't want to spend the dollars for that. I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm tempted. We could go explore another location.
That's true.
I just don't know if I want to sit here and spend a bunch of actions for these clues.
So my ideal turn, I think, is to do probably 2 basic investigates, hopefully get 2 clues, and then take the action to spend the clues.
Yeah.
What is nice about you being in Northside is, and I don't want to, I try not to, since I'm playing with you who's less familiar, try not to use my inside info, but if you assume that the cultist deck can't have the same location as a place where yet another thing spawns, then you're like safe from getting a last moment enemy on you.
Yes.
So that would be one potential reason to stay there. Is like if you move to downtown and I spend the clues, you might end up getting hit.
That's fair. And I mean, like, I can take an action. The problem is the Shroud is high, and my lore's only 3, so I'm even.
Yeah.
If I want to try and investigate, which we have Bless tokens, so it's not the worst.
What is the worst that could happen? You could, as we're looking at, because the tokens could always punish you, put a Doom on each cultist enemy in play. That's actually not that bad right now. That would put a Doom on this, and since we're already at 6, it's all going to wipe. That actually doesn't hurt us right now.
Okay.
And then if you tablet would make you fail and drop all your clues, so that would be the worst outcome.
That would be the worst.
But it's 1 token in the whole bag. I know it's up to you.
I might just kind of be tempted to explore, because I don't want that. Like that, there's not a high success rate of that. I think. Hopefully, you have an action that you can get there at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
You don't seem.
I don't know.
Do enthused. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna leave.
All right. Go to downtown.
You're going downtown. The downtown area of Arkham is filled with government buildings, including City Hall. The First Bank of Arkham, Independence Square, and Arkham Asylum can also be found in this area. It is the busiest district in the city. Oh, and we're in Arkham Asylum.
Ooh.
So it has an action to heal 3 horror, limit once per game, which is pretty good.
You're the one who has 3 sanity left. That seems pretty good.
Might be doing that. Doesn't really. So it's 4. It's got 4 shrouds. So really hard to get clues out of here.
Yeah.
It gets us 4 clues, and it has a victory point. So really useful action, but it might seem hard to actually get victory points from it.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely kind of low. I'm kind of out of juice on hitting those high shroud locations myself at the moment. I could really use like at least one of my allies. It gives me +1 intellect. I haven't drawn any. Okay, that's your turn, right?
That's my turn.
Okay, I will investigate the graveyard. So it is a 4-1. I'm going to put in deduction, much like you with Vicious Blow. I'm not... Actually, here the icon is helpful, but it also gives me an extra clue if I succeed. So 5-1, -3. Okay, so I succeed, get 2 clues.
Nice.
And second action, I can spend our 4 clues. I think I will.
I think it seems good.
It is a risk that an enemy jumps on top of you, but if so, you'll just...
I'm okay.
You'll be fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine.
All right. Oh, wait, I don't know why I'm holding my hand out for clues. You got your own token bank. Okay, let's see what we get. Ruth Turner, the Mortician. Bodies from the morgue have mysteriously gone missing. Perhaps the Mortician in St. Mary's has something to do with these disappearances. She spawns at St. Mary's Hospital. She has just 2 fight, but 4 hit points, 5 evade, and says forced after Ruth Turner is evaded, add her to the victory display. So actually she like comes at you with a dissection scalpel, and if you can dodge her, she tells you everything.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Okay, neither of us are great at evading, so...
yeah, well, no, nah.
I mean, I like for a mostly thinky person, my 3 is pretty good, but to get comfortably over 5 would be a stretch.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll figure that out. I have 1 action left right now, so I guess I'm just gonna basic investigate.
Oh, it's just gonna be for 1.
Yeah.
Well, are you gonna investigate? Oh, can you do an investigate for 2 next round?
No, not unless I draw another deduction or fingerprint kit. Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
So yeah, I think I'm just getting these other 2 with 2 separate actions. Okay, so 4-1, bless, 6-1, -2. Okay. So I will grab one of those clues, and I wish I wanted to leave so that I could use Bound for the Horizon and cycle a card and all that good stuff, but I don't want to leave one clue on a victory location, so I will stay here. And that's my turn. So there are no enemies that do anything, and we will upkeep.
All right.
I have to discard Artistic Inspiration to hand size. Draw a card, replace it. Oh boy! It's Cast Adrift. Discard each card beneath George Barnaby. You know, this is less painful than last time. It hit 2 cards, neither of which I like or feel strongly about being down there.
That's good.
It's fine. And it was right after hand size was checked, so it didn't also knock out my hand this time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because I drew it on I checked hand size, discarded, and then that triggers me to draw a card, and that's when I hit it. That was good timing.
That is good timing.
I'm still at one card total between my 2 hands. Not great, but it could have been worse. Okay, top of round. We are at 6 Doom on Predator or Prey. Want to read us the back of that agenda?
Oh yeah. Predator or Prey. Oh, Narogoth, the Charnel Lord. It is a monster. It is a 3 might, 4 hit point, 3 evade, humanoid monster, cultist elite. Spawn engaged with prey.
Ooh, what's its prey?
Prey investigator nearest to another cultist enemy.
That would be you. You're 1 away from a cultist, and I am 3 away.
All right.
Or 2 away, but still.
Oh, and this gets plus 3 health per investigator. So this is actually a 10 health.
It's a 10. Okay.
While it is ready, each investigator at its location or connecting location cannot parlay with cultist enemies. Spawn, so it's engaged with me. Okay.
Well, Huh.
Oh, that does a lot of psychic damage.
Yeah, and you don't have any bullets.
I don't have bullets.
All right, we'll figure it out. The next agenda is time is running short. The minutes pass quickly as your investigation continues. It still has an action to resign. You don't want to risk taking too long, so you head to safety with the information you've gathered. Okay.
Okay, indeed.
And you're still drawing an encounter card.
Oh, well, that got worse.
Yep.
Treachery, hunting shadow, curse, peril, revelation. You must either spend a clue or take 2 damage. Well, that is an easy decision to make.
Mm-hmm. And then I drew a corpse taker. This is a monster, a servitor, and a cultist. It spawns at the farthest empty location. It says, at the end of the Mythos phase, place a Doom on Corpse Taker. At the end of the enemy phase, Corpse Taker moves once toward River Town or Main Path. Main Path isn't in play, so here, that wording is probably because it's used in multiple scenarios. If Corpse Taker is already at River Town or Main Path, move all Doom on it to the current agenda. Okay, so it's going to spawn at the furthest empty location. That would probably be... north side is 3 moves from me. I think nothing else that is empty is also 3. So it's going to spawn there. And at the end of the Mythos phase, which is right now, we're placing a Doom on it.
Okay.
So at the enemy phase, it's going to start moving towards Rivertown. It's also going to keep accumulating Doom each Mythos phase. So by the time it gets here, it could send 3 or so Doom to the agenda.
Great.
Yeah.
Love that for us.
This has turned south.
Yes.
I would say. Not south side, just south.
Okay.
Well, and remember, it's always, like, not that we're there yet, but it's always an option to resign.
Yeah.
So that's probably better than getting defeated and taking a trauma.
Sure. That's fair.
But what are we doing to handle the enemy?
Yes. So
is the question.
This thing, I think we evade.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah, you think I'm 2 moves away from you. You think you're able to evade it?
I think so.
Really? And because my weakness wiped out my hands, even if I moved to you, I currently have no icons to even help. So I can't think of a single thing that I could do to help you with that.
I mean, I have a card.
Okay.
That will be very helpful. And I'm at 3, so we're even plus my card. So it's not the best, but it's okay.
Okay.
And it's better. I mean, I can't eat that very much.
Yeah.
And I can... Hold on. If I evade, I move... I don't have enough actions to do the things I want to do. My thought was to go kill the corpse taker, but I don't have enough actions to evade and do all the things. Will this hunt me too?
It is a hunter, yeah.
Okay.
So it will. But if you evade it this round, it won't move this round.
Right.
Because it'll be exhausted.
Right. But I can't... I'm not going to be able to evade them both, and I don't want to go there
Yeah.
and also take this damage.
Agreed.
So that's my issue.
And this one is not a hunter. It is moving on the shortest path towards Rivertown. So we know it's going to move this way.
Okay.
So if you don't move to it, it is moving further from you, which is annoying in a way.
Yeah, I wanted it, though, to kill it here because of the clues
yeah.
and all my things. I'm trying to figure out a way, but I don't think...
And this, by the way, if you haven't thought of it this way yet, this is a unique cultist. This is one of our 6 objectives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I figured as much, but I don't have a way to deal that much damage to it.
Sure. So we ideally do want to kill it because it is our objective. But yeah, that is where in the setup it's like you have 5 cultists in this cultist deck, and the objective is to get up to 6.
Yeah.
The mystery of where is the 6th is it's on the back of an agenda for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean,
are you going first?
Or
should I? My plan is to get this clue and then at least fast move here, which will have me cycle a card, so at least I'll have a new card.
Mm-hmm. You can go first. I don't have a good.
Yeah.
I don't have a good.
Okay, because there's a chance. It's possible for me to move in. So if I drew something amazing, I could move in and be helpful in some way.
I see.
So we'll see. First, I definitely want to get this victory point. I think.
Yeah.
Just because you're over there going, I was gonna say slowly insane, but going quickly insane.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't want to dig up every grave in this graveyard.
Yeah.
So I'm just investigating 4 to 1. -4. Shit.
Oh no.
Wow. Okay. Wait. Artistic inspiration. Yes, I can. All right. I don't have to exhaust it. Exhausting it is when you replenish it. Spend an inspiration for plus or minus 1. That's what this is for.
Nice.
Whew.
Clutch,
Okay.
clutch.
Passed. Got the clue.
And a victory point.
And a victory point, importantly. Yeah, so that was my first action. I will use Bound for the Horizon to discard my nautical charts. Put it under George. Draw a card to replace it. It's not helpful. And that's a free move to Rivertown. What I drew is a wild icon. Is it worth me heading up there, basically, so that I can... so that I can put that wild icon into your fate test. That's really the only way that I can contribute.
I mean, can I tell you how many icons I have?
Sure.
It's a +3.
Okay, that puts you at 5 to 3.
It puts me at 6 because this gives me.
Oh, the section tools are helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have me there to eat, and then we could talk about whether I want to.
But then you're going to get stuck with it, right?
No, because if you evade it, it exhausts it, so it won't engage anyone.
But next turn, when it unexhausts, does it snap to you?
It would snap to its prey, but if we're in the same place, I guess that would be both of us.
Well, I would be...
Right? Or are you trying to leave?
I wouldn't be able to
leave. So I think if I'm up there, you probably don't want to leave. You're just trying to evade it and, like, play a weapon or something would be sort of the dream.
Yeah, which I can do, but my weapon isn't excellent, and it's fine. It's just the 45. It's not. It's got a bunch of guns, I guess
it's got enough ammo to kill it.
Technically, yeah, I realized. I guess I could just start shooting
a lot of times. Yeah. Well, yeah, it would be nice to have you evade before you play the gun, because you would take an opportunity attack playing it, right?
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to like play the gun, shoot, and have that be your turn, because it will also attack you, and I don't think you can take 2 hits from it.
No.
At least, well, you can put a horror on Greet because she's trusted. She can take an extra one.
Yep.
And in a pinch, she can take another one. She would die, but she could.
Yeah.
So I guess you're not like, if you did that, you wouldn't die, but you would not be in good shape.
I mean, I'm down to evade and just start shooting. Like the 45, as you said, will attack it, will kill it.
I kind of think that's the play.
Okay, I don't think that's bad.
Okay, then I'll come up and help. Plus, this is a location where hopefully I will need to draw some more helpful cards, but hopefully I can help get the clues off of here while I'm up there. So why don't I move as my second action, and I'm debating between drawing a card or just using the heal 3 horror, but I'm not the one who's going to get defeated by horror here, so I will draw a card as my third action. Okay, that's actually not a bad one. All right, your turn.
All right, I am going to evade. So I will use Daring.
Nice.
So it gives me +3. It's going to be the evade symbol.
Oh, is this the one that gives it alert?
Yeah.
So you really don't want to fail.
Yeah.
So I will definitely help. You are up by
I'm up by 3 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just drew a resourceful with that card draw, which is a great one. So I will put resourceful into that. It's just one agility icon.
So
you're
I am
up by
7.
4?
Up by 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
This will be great. And I get a card, so maybe that card fixes everything, you know?
You never know.
Maybe that's my special card next on the deck. The one I added.
It could. Ooh,
Hey!
Elder Sign. What's Elder Sign do?
+1 for each clue at this location.
Oh, okay.
So we did it.
You
I
passed
made
by
it.
like 10. Yeah.
I made it.
Resourceful succeeded, so I get to take a card from my discard pile back to my hand, which I'm stoked for.
That's pretty good.
I think it's going to be this.
Daring also draws me a card.
Oh, wait. Should I help fight? I should probably help fight.
Oh, well, this isn't super
Do
helpful.
I have anything in my discard pile that helps fight? Yeah. Fine. I won't take look what I found and get the clues with this return. I will get something capable of combat. All right. So this is exhausted at the location.
Okay.
So it's not going to. If we were to leave, well, not, although I can't leave, but if we were to leave, it wouldn't hunt, and it also, when it readies, it will snap onto someone, but it won't attack them. So it's like dealt with for this round, and you can safely shoot at it if that's what you want to do. Anyway.
Yeah, because my second action is going to be to play the 45.
Okay.
So I don't have 3 hands, so now the 38 goes away.
But you have 1,000,000 ammo on it because you're locked and loaded.
That's right. So now that gives me 5 ammo on the 45, which seems pretty good. 5 ammo, and then I think my last turn, I think we just start blasting.
I like it. We need 10 damage on that thing, so we might as well get it going.
Yeah, I think we just do it. So I will fire the 45.
Okay.
So that's going to give me +1. So I have 1 for the dissection tools, 1 from the 45, 1 from greet, and 4 from my strength. So I'm attacking at 7.
7 to 3?
7 to 3.
I am going to have to discard to hand size anyway, so I'll throw in a wild icon.
Okay. Appreciate
So
it.
8 to 3.
8 to 3 seems good. We'll give this a nice little shuffly do, and we will
Bless. 10 to 3.
That's good. That's good. Minus
Minus 3. Okay. You're golden. So that is 2 damage to it.
2 damage. Indeed it is. And this goes back in the bag.
And that's your turn, right?
That is my third action.
Okay, so in the enemy phase, this is going to ready, and are we fine putting it back on you?
Yeah, that's
that
fine.
seems to make the most sense.
Yep.
Okay. This Disciple of the Devourer does nothing. The Corpse Taker is going to move on the shortest path towards Rivertown, so it is now here. Okay. That's an issue, but...
Yeah.
But you know, even if that ends up really shortening our game, like getting a third cultist by defeating this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The thing is like if we can take care of this, it's just going to take a few turns because I can't take care of it with this.
I did hold on to a card that I can try to contribute a couple points of damage. So like, I think next round, if you, and this is a big if because we have to pass a lot of tests, but if you can hit it 3 times for 2 damage each, I can do the other 2 damage.
Okay.
That's assuming that we hit 4 out of 4 tests, right? But,
sure. Yeah.
But it's possible.
There's a lot of blessed tokens in there.
Yeah, there's some. Okay, we are upkeeping, right?
Yeah.
Draw a card, gain a resource.
Oh, I did not spend my 4 resources.
Oh, right. When you played your gun.
Yeah.
Good call. Okay, I have to, annoyingly, 2 of these cards, the hand hook that I'm planning to attack with, they are the 2 cards in my hand. I have to discard 1 to hand size, but I will cycle it. Okay. Then that's going to be, that's the upkeep. Oh, let me ready this. Okay. We have 1 doom on the agenda, 2 total doom in play, so we're fine, and you can draw your encounter card.
Oh, yes.
More enemies here would be Wrinkle.
It is.
Oh, good.
Disciple of the Devourer. Human cultist spawn at the furthest empty location.
That is, for you, it is either the graveyard or south side are both empty and 2 spaces away.
Well, we've both done this location. We've done both of these, so I'll stick it at south side.
Yeah, because I think we're more likely to want to go this way towards Ruth.
Yeah. Oh. So should I put it over here then?
No. I think we... So...
We want it in the way?
I think we want to deal with this maybe. Well, so
so let's
you have to
yeah.
either put a doom on it or place one of your clues here.
Oh,
you can't.
so it has to be a doom. You're
we
right.
would like to kill it to get this doom off the table.
You're correct. I should read the card.
Yeah.
Placate the beast, and we are allowed to live. When we die, it will feast on our remains.
That's grim.
Yeah.
Seems good at the grim flavor text.
Yeah. The current.
Okay.
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 Oh wait, it does both. Oh, but I can't do both.
Oh, because it's not Agenda 1, but yeah, you can't do both, so...
Haha, take that,
I think you
Devour.
dodged it. Yeah, that would have been a lot worse draw for me.
Yeah.
And now watch me draw another copy of it now that I said that. Oh, it's a locked door. Oh, that's annoying, because I was hoping to get some
Oh,
of
that
these
is
clues.
so annoying.
This attaches to the location with the most clues, and we have to either take an action and pass a Combat 4 or Agility 4 test to break the door down or pick the lock. Okay, yeah, that is really annoying, but getting those clues is a secondary priority at the moment. So it's better than Night Gaunt carrying me to another location or something like that.
Totally is.
Okay, did you want to go first?
I think so.
Because I don't think that I would use my card to maybe hit it and risk hitting you since it's engaged with you unless it's going to kill it. So why don't you go first?
I agree with that. So I'll just do an attack. I think. I'll add a card to this one.
Okay, you're shooting your gun.
Shooting my gun.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Using my 45 to shoot at it. I'll discard my second copy of Greet to get +1 combat. So now we are attacking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Love it.
It's 3. Yes, to its 3. And
Seems good.
-1, which is good.
I just realized one reason for me to go first would be so that you can get the killing blow. That's an annoying situation.
That is actually
That's pretty valuable.
That's
should we?
really
I know we just did a
problematic.
test, so it's kind of uncouth. But should we actually pause your turn and have me go?
I feel like I'm fine with it. I feel like that's just like I'm okay with that.
All right.
So
Comments. You didn't see this.
yeah.
Okay.
So the fiction.
So here's two damage on the what's it called again? Narogath.
Naragath.
And then you have 2 actions left.
2 actions left.
But I'm going to swing my hand hook. This is the one that when it's in your hand, you can discard it to use its ability. It's also That's also an option for me to play it, and then I could use it repeatedly. I have a hand slot open. No, that's too many of my resources. Okay, actually, and I don't want to hit you in the face. So here's what I'm going to do. As my first action, I'm going to play a Glimmer of Hope. This is actually a card that can only be played from my discard pile. And it adds all copies of itself from my discard pile to my hand. So I pay a resource to play that card from my discard pile. And I think I have a second copy of it. So I get these 2 wild icons back to my hand. And then second action, I will just go ahead and discard Handhook to use its ability, which is to fight, get +1 combat for this attack. If you succeed, you may discard a card from hand to have this deal +1 damage. So I am at 3, 4 to 3, 5, 6. I wish that I could recharge my artistic inspiration. Actually, that would be better. Okay, let me recharge my artistic inspiration with one of these Glimmers of Hope. Oops, because that's a +1 that I can use only if I need it. And this goes under. Oh yeah, because then I can commit it. Right. Best of both worlds. It went under me, and then I can commit it.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 3. That's where I'm at. None of the. Well, wait. I'm shrinking my hand size, but I want to make sure to hit this. 7 to 3.
Okay, that seems pretty good.
Yeah. Also, that tablet that is -4 and drop all your clues would be pretty bad here on the locked door 4-shot location. So, all right, I'm up by 4.
Yeah.
Let's see a blast. That would make me feel good. Cultists, -2. So I will succeed, but place 1 doom on each cultist enemy in play. That is terrible.
That's a lot of doom.
That is a doom on this disciple, on Ruth Turner, on the Corpse Taker, and on this disciple,
and on
Naragath. Yeah. This is potentially our last round of the game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there are 8 on the board.
Okay. This suddenly I think became our last round of the game. I passed. You put the. I see, it looks like you put the. No, you haven't put the damage on. That was from your partial
No.
partial turn.
Oh, not from you. Yeah.
Okay. So we're at 6 out of 10.
If I kill this, though, it's not.
What?
If I kill this, it's not the end of the game?
If you kill this, there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, because next Mythos phase we add 1 and then check. I think that that cultist token really hosed us. That is the hard difficulty effect. Because
Wow.
what would that have been on the place 1 doom on the nearest cultist enemy? If we were still playing on standard, that would have been 3 fewer doom.
Yeah. Oh. How far away is this?
2 spaces. 1, 2.
Oh, but I can't evade, move, and attack.
So actually, I forgot I played Glimmer of Hope. Because I could free move here. I was wondering if I could come here and try to punch this, but I spent an action doing the Glimmer of Hope thing, which is
And I've already attacked this once, so I have 2 actions.
right. So it would take your 2 to kill it. And I mean, even if you did something else like evade it and try to leave, like you can't.
I can't do anything.
It would still. Then that doom would still be there. I think we just got turbo fucked.
I think that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate.
So here's the remaining question. So it is better, and I mean, this is, I guess, me. I've played this scenario before. It's better to resign than to let time run out. Mm-hmm. But can we even do that? I think I would rather kill that and get 1 more cultist and 2 victory points and let time run out.
What happens if time runs out?
I don't remember specifically.
I see. That's a scenario thing.
Yeah.
If time runs out.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. The
Oh yeah. It's not a basic rule of the game. It's
Yeah.
just that this and there's been lots of the text on the agenda has been really trying to imply that like you should use that resign action rather than just let the game.
Do we both have to
Midnight
resign?
strike. We would both have to resign for like in the story. Otherwise, like the clock strikes midnight and we've kind of just like a lot of the night has gone by.
Damn.
I still think it's probably worth it to take out Nargath.
2 more points.
2 more victory points, and it's one of our objectives, right? It would be 3 of our objectives instead of 2.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So I have 1 action left. It could be to resign, but I'm not sure. I don't think, unless you have a way to finish that and resign, I don't think there's any point in me
I
resigning.
don't, because I need 2 more attacks to kill it.
Yeah.
I don't have a way to do additional damage to it.
All right. Is there anything else useful that I can do?
Can you like move and attack? Could you like take this one out? It has 3 health.
It has 3 health. Otherwise, yeah. If it weren't for that attached treachery, that would actually be possible.
And you can't take this one out because you don't have the move
No.
actions.
Here's what I think I can do. It's stupid. Not stupid, but it's not... It doesn't solve the bigger problem. But I can move over here and I have a chance at getting both those clues for that victory point in North Side.
I mean, if we're not gonna resign in time, then I think that's the play, right? That has more of an upside than literally anything else.
Yeah. So you gotta... It's the question is just for you is, do you have a way to do 4 damage to that with 1 action so that you could resign with your remaining
Not with
action?
1 action.
Yeah, and I can't even think of what your deck could...
Nope.
It's like, I guess it would be playing 2 vicious blows into the attack, which we've already seen 1, so... Okay, I think that's what I do then. I am bound for the horizon. I am discarding a card. It's Lawrence Carlisle for a free move. I'm not triggering my ability because I've already done it this phase to move over to North Side. And then I am going to investigate here at 4 to 3. I know my odds aren't good, but don't worry about it. -3. So 1 to 3. Oh no, I failed by 2. Look what I found. Play after you fail a skill test by 2 or less while investigating. Discover 2 clues at your location.
Oh.
So I will take those 2 clues.
Okay.
Yeah.
It worked out.
I was even prepared if I needed the -1 from
Whoa.
my artistic inspiration. If I passed, I was prepared to try to drive myself to failure so that I could play that card and get both clues.
I like that play. That's a fun line to play.
Yeah. That's the survivor way is go fail on purpose
It's profit.
and profit exactly.
It's pretty sweet.
Okay, your turn.
All right.
I guess the remaining question is: do you succeed at killing this?
So we are at 1, 2, 3, plus 4. So I am at 7.
I just realized the argument for me resigning would be that if you like miss your first attack, you could resign on your second action.
Oh.
And you still could.
Failure
but-
is not something that I even contemplated up until
Well, then
this
just don't
point.
fail. Okay, let's not contemplate it. All right.
I'm going to be daring.
Nice.
So now I have 10 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how math works. 0.
All right.
We succeed.
Yep, that's 2 damage.
2 damage, and it costs me a bullet and a card. And draws me a card, I should say.
Oh, I always forget the daring draws a card. Yeah.
It's not a helpful card, but it's a card. And we will attack it again. And it all comes down to this, whether we get those extra sweet points. Sweet points.
So sweet. It's a skull. Oh no, that's minus the number of doom in play. Which is 1, 2, 3,
wasn't
4,
worth
5,
it.
6, 7, 8.
None of it was worth it. Why? We got nothing.
Oh no.
We got nothing. None of this is good.
What was skull on the standard side? The highest number of doom on an enemy. So this would have been -2 instead of -8.
You said at the beginning that flipping that card is going to be the worst part of it, and I did not think you were serious. And that has quite literally been the reason that we've lost this game. Like, I think if that was on the other side, with everything else being the same, we get like at least 2 more turns. At least 2.
Probably several more.
Yeah.
Because that effect that put 4 doom on across 4 enemies.
Yeah.
It would have, or wait, no, it was 5 doom across 5 enemies. Would have put 1 doom on 1 enemy instead, and we would have been more likely to just go kill that enemy and get the doom off the table.
Yeah,
So
right.
So it was maybe 5 doom instead of in the long run 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that was just like these. At the very end, funny enough, pulling her out then wasn't good either. It's just like you don't.
Oh yeah,
know.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
know.
Right. By spawning return, we got an extra doom.
And this thing
yeah.
running away,
Yep.
like
Man.
getting
got
this
wrecked.
happening at this time was the worst moment.
Yep.
For that to pop up.
Oh, but
And that's Nargoth, the guy that came, or the Charna Lord that came from the agenda objective.
Oh man,
Agenda.
And you can tell from the grin on my face, like I love losing this game in like a comedy of errors. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Just to play it out really quick. So if your
Yeah.
turn's over, the enemy attacks you. I just want to make sure you're not defeated by that attack because that matters for trauma.
No,
But
no,
you're fine.
I'm
Okay.
not. I take 1 damage to my body, and then I have 2 to my mind, and I'm still good.
Okay. Just go ahead and draw a card for upkeep. Make sure it's not a weakness that might matter.
Nope.
Okay. Then when we go to Mythos, we add a Doom and advance the agenda because that's the first thing that happens in Mythos.
Okay.
So why don't you read us the back of the agenda?
The clock strikes midnight. 12 bells ring out across town. It is midnight. There is no time left to investigate the city. You must act based on the information you've collected from the cultists you've found. It says R2.
Okay, so that means we will go to Resolution 2, which I will use the app for. We are both alive, I'll tell it. 12 bells ring out, signaling midnight. You're out of time. The cult's ritual will begin shortly. You've managed to obtain some useful information about the cult and its plans. You can only hope it's enough. In your campaign log, under cultists we interrogated, record the names of each cultist enemy in the victory display. So I'm going to tell here using the app that we did Herman Collins and Victoria Devereaux. 2 is, I would say, having played Midnight Mask a lot over the years, 2 is like an average result. Like it's a difficult scenario. I would have loved if we had gotten that 3rd, plus those victory points, but oh well. In your campaign log, under cultists who got away, record the name of each unique enemy still remaining in the cultist deck or in play. So the game, because we made this out of this deck was a subset of possible cultists, so we do record what was in here. We're going to tell it that Billy Cooper, the crooked cop, got away. Peter Warren, the occult professor. Narogath. And that's it, right?
Ruth
and Ruth Turner. Jeez, okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy. We do get victory points, so we have 2 from enemies, 3. This is a victory location, right? I
think so, yeah.
4, 5.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So 5 experience points. And from there, next step is upgrading our decks. So
Okay.
we did it. We got no trauma. No one was defeated. Okay.
Nope.
Proceed to scenario 3. Return to the Devourer below. Well, welcome to hard difficulty.
Yeah. I thought we were doing so good. Like, I felt so good about where we're at.
I think we were... I don't think that we were likely... Well, actually, had that, like, comedy of errors not happened, maybe we would have gotten all 6. Like, if we hadn't added 5 Doom to the board, we had quite a few rounds left.
Yeah, I was thinking 2. I think we could have gotten it, like, the 2. These 2 I felt good about getting until that moment where 6 Doom got added to the board at once.
Yep. But I love it. That's the story of our campaign, right? Is that the cults accelerated their ritual and just beat us to the punch.
It took one turn for the cultists to, like, proliferate throughout the city, and we didn't take care of it fast enough.
I can't believe that we basically went from, like, 1 out of 8 Doom on the agenda to 9 out of 8 was what happened there.
Yeah, it was rough.
Oh, man. Okay, well, that was fun, though.
Yeah, it was good.
That was a good game. Mm-hmm. I like putting, like, one side scenario into each... campaign, so I don't know what it would be yet, but I'm leaning towards us actually not moving on to the finale of this campaign next time we play, but putting in a side scenario. Usually means so we got 5 XP, which that'll be plenty for any of them. Usually you spend like from somewhere from 1 to 3 experience to like buy access to it.
Okay.
And that's so that it's not just a tool to inflate your total experience. And yeah, I generally try to insert it in a place where it's like thematically appropriate. Like, oh, you traveled somewhere and on the way you ended up here. That's not the case here. So it's more like in headcanon maybe it's like it's a flashback. To something that happened in the past, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe we'll figure one of those out. Cool. Yeah, let us know in the comments what side story you'd like to see. What side scenario. I don't know whether we will end up playing that game before we publish this video, so it might be fruitless. But I would love to know what your favorites are, or what you think would fit well into Return to Night of the Zealot. There's a lot of them at this point. They've been coming out with 1 or 2 a year for 9 years.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think if we were playing all the old content, the oldest one is called Curse of the Rougarou. It's a werewolf story in the Louisiana Bayou. It's cool.
That sounds awesome.
I have played it on the channel once before, so like that video is still on the channel. So I lean towards doing a different one, but that one is awesome. So maybe I'm torn. But we'll talk.
We'll figure out something that fits thematically what we got going on. So
Curse of the Rougarou is a good one. Now that I'm thinking about it, I want to play it. We'll see. We'll see. Cool. Thank you for the game.
Of course.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. One last chance to hit the buttons under the video. That would be awesome. We'd appreciate it. And we'll see you when the campaign continues and with lots of other fun stuff on the channel. Till then, be optimal.